Hmm. So, adventurers. During our last session, Vashra was given a deeper insight into his past, which had ultimately led to quite a few more questions. You all managed to do a good bit of research while at the Grand Library of the Alabaster Conservatory, which led to some questions being answered while others left unknown. Some of you decided to explore Orde, the capital city of Aldea, running into the Palencia, which is a school completely devoted to the teaching of the arcane arts. You found your way to the House of Enchantment and decided to have a few of your items improved by way of large sums of gold. Xannan and Vashra, you guys decided to go on a few little adventures, going back to Mystic to pick up an item. Then later on, Belteshazzar, you felt as if it was no longer safe for your adopted father, Bishop Turpin, to be so close, and decided to retrieve him and bring him back, or bring him to Orde. We pick up there where we left off. Both you, the bishop, Xannan, or sorry, not Xannan, Vashra, and actually I think you were there as well, all returned to the Alabaster Conservatory. So, adventurers, the library is yours.
Okay, before you guys want to do it, Vashra, we need to probably introduce my father to wherever he can, stay.
Yes, we should. We should go speak with the magistrate, because he'll be staying here on a more long-term basis. So,
Okay.
You see as the bishop actually comes over towards the railing, which overlooks all the lower levels of Alabaster Conservatory, and just kind of peers out. That is a big tree. Gods. And then kind of turns back towards you. So perhaps we should find me a place
Yes.
nearby. Honestly, any would do.
We will follow Vashra's lead, and he will take us to the magistrate, and we'll get you a
A
permanent.
fine trick, by the way. I don't even know where we are anymore.
thank you.
That's good for you.
Follow me,
Fair enough.
and I'll lead them to the magistrate's quarters. Well, wherever he's probably working right now. But he's not in his quarters, I would imagine.
No, you would. You do know they have their various duties and activities, especially during this time of day. But you can certainly go and check.
I'll just send a message to him and say, my magistrate, I wish to speak with you on a matter involving a companion of mine, if you have the time.
And so a moment of pause before a whisper comes back. I'm in a bit of a meeting. Talk with you soon.
So I'll stop. The magistrate seems a bit busy right now. If you would like, and I turn to the bishop, you're welcome to make yourself comfortable in my quarters, and as soon as my magistrate becomes available, I'll speak.
Thank you. I appreciate your hospitality.
You could always go to the library. They got more books than you can dream of here.
I can see. I'm almost
If you're
tripping over
interested.
them, in fact.
Just
Your choice.
tell them you're guests of Master Curator Vashra, and they'll be glad to help you.
Master Curator Vashra. I'll remember that. Master Curator Vashra. Master Curator Vashra. He then expectantly waits for you guys to lead the way.
To the library?
back to his room, I guess.
Currently, you're at the library.
Okay.
The teleportation circle is located within the
Okay.
library, placed higher in the higher levels
Okay.
of this structure, but kind of overlooking the multi-tiered level grand library below.
So, Father, I'm sure you would rather rest first, maybe? If so, we could probably go to Vashra's quarters and you could rest there for a moment.
Either way.
All right.
We got some talking we gotta do anyway. Figure out our next step.
So I'll just lead them to my quarters.
Okay, so you make your way towards your quarters, passing by the various busy scribes and curators there at work. Cannot recall what you two were up to.
I think we're hanging out drinking.
Hanging out drinking.
Bring us my own way.
Yeah.
Then, that being said,
Having, a drinking day.
you guys are probably within the Sea Dog's Respite,
Freaking awesome.
located within the ring, which is like which is a ring, is a section of the city devoted to various merchant shops. It's the location of the Portlyceum Amphitheater, as well as a few other vendors, and the Sea Dog's Respite. A rowdy place filled with sailors, as this is a coastal town. There are ships docked at a harbor nearby, and you are, in relation to that, pretty close to the harbor.
Oh, okay.
So you guys doing that. You guys reconvene or meet within Vashra's room. When you get there, you do see there is something at the door waiting for you.
A package.
It's like as you get closer, you see it's actually a vase with like a little bouquet of flowers with a note attached to it.
Yeah, pick it up.
Okay. Pick it up. Head on inside.
I'll motion for them to make themselves comfortable, and I'll kind of go to my desk and sort through whatever this is.
Okay. So you see these flowers are blue in nature. They appear to be roses, and you see the note attached reads, "From the first one you met on your first assignment, Melar." So that is the note. Just a short little message, but
I'll make a mental note to get a hold of her. See if $5 somebody eats it.
heck no.
Need a lot more than $5, dude.
He said 20.
Alright,
So did we... Oh, no, you're not there.
I'm not. Me and Enoch around here partying.
We told you that,
Drinking some of my own.
Yep.
Vashra, we told you that, what's her name was looking for you, right?
No.
Oh,
that
So-
was like 3 days ago.
I forgot what her name was now.
It's Melar.
Mayliar.
Melar.
Mayliar had approached us, or we approached her. I can't remember now, but she's looking for you, actually.
And I,
And I forgot to tell you that. That was 3 days ago.
I kind of hold the note up, and I'm like, that would make sense.
My bad.
I'll make a mental note of that.
Okay, now that we got that out of there, you and I have, well, we all have some things to discuss about.
Where's Vaughn? And Nook.
I'm not actually sure. We were doing our own thing.
Oh, I thought we all went to
As they're
the-
talking, I'll cast sending and tell them to hightail it back to the conservatory so we can talk.
Oh, yeah.
What time of day is it? It's like the afternoon, right?
I can't remember exactly, but I think you guys wanted to do this at the start of the morning.
Okay.
Get that taken care of. No, I do remember. It was actually towards later in the afternoon, because earlier you guys had gone to the Palencia to give your items away to be improved.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you two broke off to go drink.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wait on them to come back, or we're gonna go ahead and start these talks? Because I mean, we gotta.
We can go ahead and talk about, because I don't believe that they're really going to care which direction we go first.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
So which would you rather do? We got to go talk to Ellie in the Grove, or we got to go to your. Let's seek out that artifact.
Right. I believe it wouldn't really matter which do we do first, but we probably should be ready for a battle when we go. I would assume.
I think that's a good assessment.
I mean, it's,
They never really put any importance on either one of them higher than the other one, so I would say if we could just decide amongst all of us where we want to go first.
so if we go to Ellie's Grove, then we'd go to Woodford to get there.
Yes.
But if we went to your thing, it's in the Southern Wilds, which is right just south of Mystic.
I actually have a mind to start this first.
Pardon me.
I've never been that far south. I'd be
I
interested to
haven't
see what is down there.
I'm getting hot.
Okay, yeah. That's to us all. So his is
Right below Mystic.
in the Southern Wilds, like they're just south of Mystic.
So can we?
So, Nuck, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh, mate, I like to drink.
Yeah, I like drinking too. I guess that's why we're here, right?
I like to drink, play dots,
Is there darts at
and
this?
pit fight.
You guys have already done darts at it.
Oh, my man. Let's find a pit fight.
Just kidding, mate. I ain't so good at the pit fight. You
Oh,
know?
come on.
I lost that one.
Yeah,
You see me lose that one.
But, dude,
That was when I met you, mate.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
This
not
is a
expecting the surprise fighter.
Specifically, where in the Southern Wilds? Just somewhere in
May
the
either,
Southern
mate.
Wilds?
Yeah.
Call me
Somewhere in the
off
Southern
guard.
I
Wilds.
think they would have got
And
him.
we're
The
looking for
ruins-
what?
The ruins
There's
of
an
the
artifact.
The ruins of the.
That was quite the curveball, eh?
There's
Yeah.
an ancient artifact that we're looking for.
I didn't see it coming.
Talk to, Baroness.
Yes, I was about to suggest that. So you can teleport us back to the Mystic.
I can do that. I can get us there.
Look where the stink bug went.
Right on his nose.
He's like, I don't care about your T-Rex, bro.
I didn't even see that.
I'm going to
That's
bite
awesome.
something with a
More
face
editing.
on it.
I wonder what kind of did he fly or did he crawl? It's impressive.
You just jumped. You just
Did you send that message to Vaughn? and-
Yeah, you guys, in the middle of your conversation, got a message from me saying you should
come back.
come
to
on back.
Come on back to his room.
So what's it say? Just to come on back.
Yeah, I sent it to Vaughn.
Okay.
Send a
saying
text.
We need to,
Send a
speak.
text.
That's why I hadn't said anything. I was wondering who we were going to send it to. That's why I hadn't said
Left you on
anything.
red.
Okay.
He left me on red, yeah. It happens to the best of us.
He ghosted you.
Ghost. Straight up ghosted.
Who the frick is that? What?
So you receive in this conversation
Okay.
from Vashra. You should return back now.
Vaughn is just gonna kind of maybe stop, just kind of mid conversation maybe, or did whatever. Take a look at how much he's got left, and finish it. Nook,
Yeah,
gotta
mate,
go.
We got to go.
We gotta go.
Where we going, mate? Pit fighting?
No, not today.
Good, mate. I ain't
Not
so
today.
good at pit fighting thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Not today. No, we gotta go back to homeboy. Vashra. We gotta go back to Vashra's room.
This is a high fantasy world.
Yes, sir.
I'm a highly esteemed wizard.
He called you homeboy. He needs to bust in the door and say, "What's up, dog?"
Vashra. Yeah, we need to go to Vashra's room. About
Alright,
something.
mate. I guess we're about to go, huh?
Yeah. That or plan B. You don't.
Mate, I'll make you a deal.
Yeah?
We chug. One more, and then we go.
Okay, I like it. That's what we do.
Okay. Constitution saving throws.
Let's go.
Let's
Yeah. They can't even speak when they get one. Hey, guys.
Constitution save.
I have advantage.
Thank the Lord.
20.
My saving throw is one of these little ones over here in the corner.
23.
16.
16. Alright, so prior to that chug, how much did you consume?
We don't know, mate.
We don't.
We don't even know how long we were in there.
Yeah. Not quite sure.
Okay. So probably you guys were probably down to your third, like a little pint of ale, just like idly drinking and chatting. So you got to this last one. So I'd say that put you at a bit of a higher DC. Though even with those two rolls, I'd say Nook, you're probably very wobbly, especially while you're getting up. You probably trip over something a little bit, get knocked on the floor, and a few of the other tenants there are like, "Hey, look at that guy! Someone get him up! You gotta get your buddy up. He's on the floor."
What are you doing?
Hey, mate.
You're embarrassing me.
Can I get a hand here?
Let's go. Come on.
Sorry, mate.
It's all right.
Let's go. Walk it off. Walk it off.
Yep. We got
Hey. All
we
these.
got like half hour to get there.
Oh no, definitely not a half hour.
Longer?
Oh yeah, it's a big city. It's probably gonna take you maybe 1 to 2 hours to get across the city.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Probably two of you guys being buzzed.
Inebriated.
But during that time, you guys wait around for your rest of your party members to reconvene there. Eventually,
Should be good.
they do. You hear like a knock at the door. Curator Vashra, describe Joe.
Joe!
We found these two your allies on the floor. Vashra?
I got it. Let's go her.
You see, like there's like three of these. There's three of these scribes there, each one holding, or two of them holding you, and one holding you up, and you guys are barely standing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
They shouted your name multiple times. I think
Vashra, mate.
one of them even started
So good
singing.
to see you.
I love you, man.
I kind of just glanced over at Belteshazzar and was like,
I feel you. So
Uh,
sorry.
we'll take them from here.
I go over.
Good
and-
luck. And they set your allies down at the door and make their way out.
Sam, can I get assistance over here to grab these two and take them over to the couch, please?
Yeah, I go over and I help.
Go over there and sit down.
Well, they're not going to be much use in conversation, so
Yeah.
So we can
I would-
decide.
moving on.
I would say I'd pass out.
Yeah.
I fall asleep.
Well, then I would say let's do yours first.
Okay.
See how long it's going to take.
It's on the day, isn't it?
Now it's probably like mid-afternoon.
Oh no, it's probably with 2 hours you spent. It's probably coming. It's probably just getting to eat towards evening.
Yes, I agree. So we'll take Vashra's advice as well, and we'll go south and get mine first.
First thing in the morning, we're gonna go pick up all of our stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they got it ready.
Because that'll probably be very helpful when we take this trip.
Is there anything else that we need to get before we go? Like that we can think of?
I think I was looking in the shops for stuff.
There is an update for shops if you wish to go peruse.
No, I don't think we need to have a whole nother.
Is that all?
I can't say anything.
And I guess I can wait.
I mean, we're gonna be in that one magic shop anyway, and that's where all of our stuff's now, right?
Oh, is it just an enchanting shop, or is there magic items there too?
There were magical items up for display, which was waiting to be developed by the creator, me, and I did take time to flesh out audio a little bit more, so that is available to you.
So we gotta go in the morning to get stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
They said it'd be
It'll
ready in the
tomorrow.
morning. His bow, his steel knuckles.
I might just
bow,
peruse
long
there
bow,
when we're
my
getting
shield.
them.
Okay.
And we'll see if Nuck needs anything when he wakes up. So, plan is first thing in the morning, go to the shop, get our stuff, head to Mystic, talk to Baroness
Yes.
Hecuba, Baroness Hecuba, and then try to get this artifact.
Yeah, hopefully she can lead us in the right direction.
Yeah.
Alright, now, has your...
This is gonna be the artifact Ogmal, something like that.
But what's the place? The ruins of what?
The ruins of Zazu.
Zhaszus.
ZH.
AS.
Did I pronounce it right?
ZUSS.
I just heard Zazu from a Lion King.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
Bird. All right.
So, Vashra, do you think the magistrate is free, or do you want my father to stay here with
Everybody
us
heard
tonight?
back.
Just stay here tonight?
He'll reach me when he's available.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So, we just had to make him up.
I'll actually just find one of the scribes and try to organize just a guest room for right now.
I'll say that's easily enough. There are dormitories beneath your level that are indeed available. So you find one. One of the scribes, I believe, as far as the scribes go, there are higher tiered scribes, one being Master Scribe, one that oversees certain sections. You find them. It appears to be a elven man, goes by the name of Master Scribe Welvern. Sees you with the bishop. Curator. Master Curator.
Master Scribe.
Indeed. What can I do for you?
I wish to find temporary quarters for my guest here. I introduce the bishop. I
Pleasure to meet you.
am trying to find more permanent means for him with the magistrate, but he's busy at the moment, so I was wondering to give him a place to stay until I can arrange such things.
Easily enough. Come this way. There should be a room around here, free enough for you. You watch as the bishop kind of bows, and then they, those two actually walk off. So, seems as if that business has been being taken care of.
Now, what time of day is it now?
It's pretty late. It looked as if as the scribe master Welvern was actually about to leave when you came up to him.
I'll head back to my quarters to get some rest.
Okay. So, if all that business is done, a full night's rest is acquired. Nothing attacks you in the night.
Yes.
No dreams. Just a night's rest. You wake up in the morning with a bit of a knock.
you better knock.
I go to the door.
You see it's Bishop Turpin. Hello. Master
It's fine.
Vashra. I was here if I could see my my son. Is he up?
Yes.
Yes.
I hear them
I
talking.
step aside and
I come up to them.
Come, let's go get breakfast. Apparently they're already serving in the mess hall down
All right.
below. Yeah, you then makes your way towards the breakfast hall, and you guys all eventually make your way down there, where there are basic meals being served.
I actually cut off to go find Daylight.
Make a. She's never really told you where she lives. Make an investigation check. So you know the layout of the Alabaster Conservatory, where the Arcanists are stationed, or where the living quarters are. After looking around there, you find that she isn't in any of those quarters. But after asking around, you do figure out that she does live away from the Alabaster Conservatory in the what's known as the Lennox Corner, as a part of the city that is what you know of the Atlantic School of Arcane Combat and Warfare. That school pretty much has a whole section of the city devoted to it, much like Palencia has a whole section of the city devoted to it. They kind of just have like their own like little corner marked off. So you find out from a few of the other Arcanists that's where she lives.
I'll just cast send a message to Xannan that I'm headed off to take care of something. I'll be back.
Sounds good. Be here.
Okay. So while you all are having breakfast, Vashra, you make your way through this well-known city to you. No investigation checks required. You actually pass by a well-known temple called the Blue Garden. It is a temple to Eladith. Can't remember which one, but you know this temple is well known for its blue gardens, blue rose gardens. We also know that this is like where all of the warriors and soldiers come to in order to get therapy, in a sense. Eladith, being the god or goddess of peace, has that aura that some soldiers seek for. So that's just something you see along the way. It's very beautiful. It is a kind of like a greenhouse, almost, but it's round in its shape. And you can see just from through some of the windows, you can see there's like this bluish, almost like glow that you can see as you pass by this temple. Very beautiful. Finally, make your way towards the Lennox Corner. Go ahead and make, as you don't know exactly where she is, go and make a general persuasion check. Either persuasion or investigation, your choice.
21 again.
Alright. So, picking out a few of the places, you do pass by the actual Atlantic School grounds. It's almost, it's very reminiscent of a fortress, where they have stone walls, and just on the outside, or just on the inside, you can already hear like sounds of sparring and training being taking place. You can see like flashes of like firebolts being shot out from inside. It's already very active even at this time in the morning. You then come to where the where a few of the housing places are, and after asking around for just a little bit, you actually do find residents of Malayr. You can see it as a simple home on the outside, but see the housing is there before you. You can actually, even from this point, or this vantage point, you can see there is some activity going on the inside.
I will approach the door and give it a knock.
Okay. A few moments, you hear like this loud it slams open with a large, or with a very fast, like, and just beyond you can see a child, a tiefling child, appears to be just coming towards adolescence. Kind of looks at you like, "Who are you?" It's like very sudden.
Who are you?
Basic clothes. I'm Simlyre. What's your name?
I'm Vashra.
Vashra. I've never seen you before. May! May! You actually hear, just from the inside, you can see someone coming from around the corner. A very, just getting put together tiefling woman, very athletic in build, appears to be a little bit older, but looks like as if she was just putting on a scale mail shirt, and kind of peeks around the corner. Sim, come, Sim, come, get out of there. Vashra, still behind the corner. Just one moment, please.
I kind of bow and wait patiently.
So, after probably 10 minutes, the door opens again, and you see she's actually in full dress, the scale mail clothing. You see she has her swords attached at the ready. Her hair is actually completely braided. A few adornments on her horns.
Is she red or blue skin?
She's red.
Red.
She's red-skinned. Steps out. You can see the in this early morning sunlight. You can actually see the very, very dark hair has a slight purplish tint to it. She's sorry about that. That was my little brother. Tell me, how are you doing?
I'm well.
Did you get my present?
I slightly smile. Yes, you said that. Thank you. They were lovely.
Good. Let's go for a walk.
And I gesture for her to.
She begins marching away towards the Atlantic School. Kind of sparks up a conversation. So, what are you up to these days? Haven't seen you around.
I've been very busy with orders from the magistrate. Would she know about us trying to get things together for like this? The
Yeah, she
shirt?
would be. She would know that
Okay.
exactly.
Just getting things in order for the magistrate for this upcoming conflict.
This must be a part of the. How do they put it? I think they call it Operation Reach. Some of the higher magistrates called it. Honestly, it's a bit of a Hail Mary. But from what I've heard of from a few of my friends still within the garrisons, sounds like the enemy's amassing quite a large army.
So I hear. I think there are quite a few allies from fire.
We'll need them. Kind of looking at the Atlantic School. Would you mind waiting right here? I gotta go get something. Shin runs into the Atlantic School. Open the doors for just a moment before you can see another tiefling like flipping over a human man. Like, and she walks in, doors closed. After a few moments, she comes back out and seems to be tying something to her waist. It is a belt of white and red.
Do I recognize it? What it would be?
Make a history check.
Bill?
Nope.
It was, well, okay.
15.
That's a pretty good possibility.
It's all right. You do know with the Atlantic School, they offer students start out at certain ranks, going from white belt is like the starter, and then going all the way to the top, known as a red belt. Before then, in there, or just before the white belt, you do know there's something called the core belt, which is both white and red. She actually has that on.
So she's. Okay.
That feels better. Shall we?
After you.
And you guys are just being to pass by the blue garden. Those roses that I got you, they came from over there.
I would have guessed.
It's a fine spot. Perhaps we should go there sometimes. I'd like to show you around.
Absolutely. But how are you? How are things here?
Oh, I'm fine. Much better now that I'm with the conservatory. The Palencia, it's not a kind place.
Afraid you are. Very much not.
Well, you've traveled quite a bit, haven't you?
I have. Quite recently I traveled very far.
Well, I was wondering, have you heard of anything of another tiefling? He's my little brother. Was just actually starting to get into the higher ranks at the Atlantic School when he left. His name's Aklar.
I do know. I've met him. I traveled with him very briefly.
She kind of stops and actually grabs your shoulder and kind of turns you towards her. What? You seen Aklar?
Some time ago, he was traveling with a group of companions that I now have joined. But I was called away urgently by the magistrate, and when I returned to the group, he was gone.
She kind of like runs her hand through her hair. That was good news. I wasn't sure if he was still alive. Did he look healthy?
He was well. He was, from what I understand, with that group for quite a while. I'm not entirely sure what made him leave, but
Aklar gets attached to certain people. Sometimes when he feels as if he's outweighed his usefulness, he'll just leave. But not like last time. When he left the school and home, it was something rather dramatic. But
really,
yes, but I'd rather not get into it. As you see, as you are getting closer to the Alabaster Conservatory. Well, I have my duties. Whenever you get a chance, or some free time, you know where I live.
I'll keep that in mind.
She kind of adjusts her swords and then begins to walk off. Chink, chink, chink.
I watch for a sec, and then I turn around and head back.
Okay. You guys are probably just finishing your breakfast when your friend Vashra returns.
So it seems you all had a rough night last night.
No, it was good.
Why would you say that, mate?
Because we had to drag you to that couch before you all passed out.
Oh, no way. We didn't make it back, mate.
Dang it. I thought we could make it back.
It was that last ale we chugged.
Yeah.
Got us.
Yeah, no, you guys were actually carried to Vashra's door and by actually 4 different people. And
About to say, I didn't remember how I got there, but I seem to be okay.
well, they kept saying that you all were yelling Vashra's name throughout the town, so I think you might have embarrassed him a little bit.
I don't think so.
They said one of you guys were running around without your pants on too.
That was Vaughn.
I looked at
Yeah.
All right, so
Anyway.
Vashra, mate, if we brought any unwanted reproach upon you during this stunt that me and Vaughn, my deepest apologies, mate.
it's quite all right.
you know me.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
So how are we feeling this morning, gentlemen? Things,
Feel all
wherever
right?
you are.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, you creatures.
So
I'm ready to go get my knuckles.
You got your nut.
Yeah.
There's more than one of me, mate.
Yes, there is.
Well, let's go grab this thing real quick.
You know why they call me Nuck?
I do. I remember. I remember, but you are sure welcome to say it again.
All right, so let's go grab this stuff real quick.
we're gonna run and grab our.
Vashra, you wanna come with us?
Mhm.
We're gonna go grab our.
I suppose you'll need me and you'll never get there.
That plus
We've
you
been
want to
there
get some
before.
things while you're there, right? You want to pick up some things.
Duck, you wanna come with us?
You might as well, man.
Sure, mate.
You
You
might
see
find
something you
something
like,
you might
but-
intrigue it. get.
I don't know what you like to use, so
As we're going to get this, we'll tell them our plans
Yeah.
because you all passed out, so you don't even know what's happening.
yeah. What our plan is to leave you
Yeah,
guys
plans.
behind in case we have any questions asked about us.
Like, okay. There's a pit fight here.
We don't know who you are, mate.
So, you guys all make your way out to the Alabaster Conservatory. A few looks your way and your way.
Oh no.
A couple laughs are had. As one kind of yells out, Vashra!
I think he knows you.
He's right here, mate.
You see a few of the scribes
No,
are just
that's-
kind of like just laughing over by some books. But you guys make your way out across this city and towards the Palencia. Once again, a school of magic. You can see as you actually coming towards the gates, the guards are there. Joe too is stationed today.
Joey, my boy.
And looks at you all.
Joe.
You're here for the House of Enchantment again?
Yeah, Joe.
Yes, we are.
Fine. Opens the door. You can see all 8 of the houses, all within their various sections. One being the House of Enchantment, waiting for you. Inside is Viokuli, the half-orc, who is just actually getting set up for the day. And then seeing you all walk in, just kind of adjusting a piece of armor. You guys are a little bit early.
Oh.
Were you wanting to enchant anything else?
Not at this
No.
time, no.
Get our stuff.
I believe I said it would take a couple of days.
You said if we paid you extra, you'd get it done overnight. An extra 500 gold, you can get it done by the next morning.
Alright, calm yourself there.
Right?
There, human. He then walks towards the back. He then begins to walk towards the back.
I changed my face to his face. I changed back.
He keeps on walking. Hey! You got some guy. You hear like yelling in the back. How is your voice? What?
It's anime.
Comes back. We got 2 items ready for the fast order. Would you like them?
Which
What
one?
2 are they?
It appears as if the shield and the war bow looked as if they were the most ready for enchantment. The knuckles are a bit harder, heavy use and all.
Yes, we want them, please.
Very well. After it was all said and done, the war bow for the basic +1 enchantment, right?
Yes.
That's right. 500 gold to complete the purchase. And then you with the +1 shield
And fire resistance.
and the fire resistance. You put down 500 gold. Goes through his catalog. There it is. Ka-dunk. Give me 2,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Do you guys have diamond dust?
We have a modicum of such ingredients. How much are you willing to purchase?
We'll do 300 gold worth of diamond dust.
Zeladon! We need 300 gold worth of diamond dust. As the deal, everybody. Responds back. Be right back out.
Okay. That's 2,300 gold.
Okay. You gave him your money?
Yes.
You gave him your money.
Yeah.
He then collects it. Shink. Counts it out real quick. Alright. Saunters back towards the back of the enchantment house. Brings out your shield and your war bow. Alright. Sets the shield down. And the bow.
How do we?
So, within your items, go to the customize, and you see options that will allow you to add a +1, one for the attack and damage, and you one for the AC. As for your
+1?
I'd say come back tomorrow.
Aiming thumbs.
The complication of the camera cost should be fixed by then.
Okay, cool. What kind of complication was it?
Well, some items are just ready to be enchanted. As for the war bow, pristine. The shield, pristine condition. Damaged or well-used items are harder to enchant.
Okay.
But that shouldn't be a problem tomorrow.
Okay, fine. Tell me, Joe,
Vehically.
quickly, where is a potions shop?
We have a few potion wares here. What are you looking for?
I just need a few potions of healing.
I've got 5.
I got none.
I can do.
Oh,
I can make.
So, I
belay
can,
that here.
fair enough.
So do I just need to know that I bought 300 gold worth of diamond dust? If it doesn't have it in the equipment.
Yeah, you'd have to do a custom item for that.
I'll just write it down.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I got there, but I couldn't add. I didn't know how to add it.
Let's go fight something.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to fight.
Well, your tablet is being a butthole.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I need to get rid of some of this.
Yeah, that's right. I fixed it. Get some. Here you go.
I got a short bow. I need to get rid of it.
Okay, so that business being taken care of. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I was gonna shop.
Right, shopping.
Shopping.
Yeah.
Let me just make my way over there.
Just real quick. Quick trip.
Quick trip to the gas station.
Just
Bring on
a
some
quick-
chips and a drink.
DM.
That's it.
I need to remove my levitating boots, right? Because those were taken by Omash.
Oh,
Okay.
dirty scoundrel.
I forgot. I
Scoundrel.
forgot I still had them.
Dirty. No good.
Mm,
Thanks for saying I couldn't play last time.
where is that? Gosh darn. Oh, I'm getting close. I'm getting closer. Okay. All right. You. So you see now up on display a few things. You see on one, like this little staff holder. It appears to be a staff in like this snake-like essence. You see one where the like a potion, like display case. You see there's one in there with like this clearish like substance within, and you can see up on one of like these mannequin with just like the bust shown. A necklace with like these multiple of these orangish beads. And then finally you see like almost like a barrel full of like these little pouches. You can see like on a sign wrote out dust of sneezing and choking.
So could I inquire on what the? Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. Well, I get the last one, but
Okay.
what would the other three translate to?
Okay. So you see his vehicle after finally putting away all the money and sorting out your items. He comes over towards the staff. As it was explained to me by this rather ostentatious lady, she said this is called Staff of the Adder. It has some feminine like abilities. Sorry, do it early in the morning. The potion, one of our newer items, allows the drinker to go invisible for a short while. And this necklace, one of our hot items that we often sell, is the necklace of fireballs. You can see on it has 8 beads. The staff very useful to wizards like yourself, as there are a lot of wizards here. That sells for 2,125 gold pieces. The potion of invisibility is 1,500, and the necklace of fireballs is 1,800 gold pieces. Just to sneezing and choking, we sometimes give those out to the students, especially the females, but that's neither here nor there. For you, it would be 250 gold pieces per sack of dust.
That's all that's in the shop, really. Magical item line.
Mm-hmm. You see what we come up with. We'll see what we come up with here in the next week or so.
Okay, I'm good.
You ready?
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Exiting the house of enchantment.
So you didn't get your knuckles.
But I got notch on in.
You guys make your way back out, and leading to Palencia.
My knuckles? Come on, Belteshazzar.
I don't know. Still
What are you guys supposed to do?
We ready?
We need to have
I'm ready.
it.
Oh wait, you guys
So
did
I'm
tell us the
gonna-
plan, right?
Yes, we did tell you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
We'll use a big tree again. We're gonna go to the big tree, and I'm gonna use
The
my
big chi.
big old whopping 6th level spell to get us outside of Mystic again.
Whop.
Wah,
Woo!
wah, wah. See, wah.
Ready, knock?
I'm ready, buddy.
Yeah.
As long as I ain't pit fighting, you know.
Yeah. You don't want to do pit fights. We mostly do our fighting with bad things. Bad guys? Bad guys?
Yep.
Bad things? Yeah. A lot of bad stuff.
Stop. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the new system. Anyways, you guys make your way back towards Alabaster Conservatory. Find your way back towards the Silver Tree. And after stepping up to the bark at the base of the tree, the spell is cast. The bark separates, allowing for your passage.
Let's go.
You guys make your way into the tree, transported through this planet to another planet nearby in Mystic. You guys exit a tree with a bunch of squirrels in it. They skitter about, very angry at your arrival, but you now step out onto the road, just outside of Mystic, getting hit with that fresh Mystic sea air, a little bit different from the Day sea air. It smells vulgar.
Smells vulgar.
Oh, I remember this smell from the last time we were here.
Oh, yesterday? Day before?
Nope.
How long ago was that?
When we fought.
Yeah, when we came back and fought
Remember?
all the people. It's been like a week or two.
Well, who had to come back here that one
That
time?
was just me and
That was
just
Oh.
Vashra.
That was literally probably like 3 days ago.
Yeah, that was like 3 days ago. But
No,
last
like
time
no,
he
you
was-
got no, you guys all. That was probably like 3 days ago.
So we left, and then the next day I came back and got my shield.
Yeah.
And the following day, you got my father.
Yeah, it's only been like 3 or 4 days since you guys.
Time did not fly.
You know.
So we just did 1 day for the shield, 1 day for his dad, and then like 1 more.
Forgot Trev.
To do shopping.
Yeah.
All right. So we need to talk to
Changelings.
Yeah, you're equating the time when we have these sessions.
But anyways, the city lays before you. You guys wish to make your way towards the Baroness?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Alright.
will let Vashra speak for us.
Okay. So you make your way towards
Be
the
the smart choice.
estate.
He seems to have a connection with the Baroness. They're really close.
You can see as you step up to the estate of the Baroness Martin, you can see there are her guards already are outside patrolling the perimeter. You can see one's there at the gate. Once again, set up with like these bandoilers, with like this collection of these greenish-looking vials at the ready. And you see they have their spears or tridents or what have you. So they see as you come up, a bit of a recognition in their eyes. Welcome. It's been that long since I've seen you.
Just a few days.
You wish to see the Baroness?
Yes, please.
Please.
We'll go see if she's up. And one of them kind of exits, and while the other one stays out, you wait for probably like 30 minutes until the guard comes back out and says, she will see you. I think she just wants just 2 of you to come in.
All right, I'll go. I'll go.
I'll bring Belteshazzar since it's his thing we're looking after.
Fine.
If you recall, you pretty much whooped all over her bodyguard, remember?
You're not
Yeah.
the most elegant.
Where's my
speakers
boy?
either.
Yeah.
We're good friends now.
Yeah.
So you two are
I guess
led.
in your version.
As we walk in, as we start to walk, I turn around and look at Xannan. I'm like, Xannan. And I look at Vaughn, and then turn around and start walking.
Common practice now. You two are led by the guard into the estate. You can see as soon as you step in, it is a very well kept estate. The gardens, the grasses, and all of it has been well kept, well cleaned. You can see a servant house nearby, where you see a few of them are out actually tending to various plants amongst the grasses. You just come to the actual main manor. You can see there isn't a guard there at the front door, but as you are brought in, you can see Tatum, and they're waiting on you. Appears to be fresh in the morning, kind of like in his still in his stoic nature, arms crossed. Vashra. Belteshazzar. Welcome to House Martin.
Good to see you again.
Hecuba will be down in the dining room here shortly. Come, I'll see you there as well. He then walks into the manor. You guys follow.
Yes.
Walking to the manor, it is a well-furnished, wealthy manor with various paintings of the sea. You actually pick out one grotesque painting of like this great sea creature, like deep. It depicts like this great sea creature in the dark. You can just barely see the edges of the painting, like these tentacles flowing out, and like right there in the center, you can see like these red eyes, and almost like a great maw opening up. It's pretty weird.
Doesn't ring a bell anywhere.
Make a religion check. Yeah,
I know all the religion.
that'll do. So you know, in ancient times, or even in recent times, there have been tales of great sea creatures to dwarf warships and the like. Those in the name of the Kraken. You know that these creatures can sometimes get to be so old and great they have almost godlike powers of their own. You can see that this picture probably depicts, or is trying to depict, a great and powerful Kraken of that nature. And with that, Tatum leads you within the dining room hall, seats you there, and just kind of sits down.
Violent way.
Yeah, he's not very talkative.
It's too early, I'm assuming.
Or he's just not a very big talker.
Fair enough. Sit here
Make a
quiet.
perception check.
Perception? Both of us?
Just for him.
19.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Got some whispers already?
Changing the
Guys, this is brought to you by...
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
Brought to you by our hopes and dreams.
They're all about to be crushed.
So, you guys wait around for about another like 30 minutes until finally the doors to the hall to the hall open up and you see the Baroness.
Wow. You kidding me, bro?
Wow.
Come on, dude.
Really?
Papa John wants me to order pizza, apparently.
Papa John.
And you see she enters into the room with a big flourish and like a big puff of wind, and you can see as soon as she steps in, like her eyes kind of like shimmer for just a second before she says, Gentlemen, what do I owe the pleasure of seeing you this morning, eh?
I stand up and bow slightly. Baroness, we wish to speak with you on a location you're going to retrieve an artifact from my companion. We're not too versed in the landscape around here. We want to get your opinion on it.
Alright. Well, tell me of this this artifact or wherever you wish to go. I try to help as best as I can.
Belteshazzar.
We are heading to the southern wilds.
Dangerous jungle, mind you. Not many that venture into those vines ever come out.
Because the vines are.
It's dangerous
Okay.
jungle.
Okay. Is there anything that we should be like attacked? Will we be rangers?
Why don't you tell me what exactly you're looking for, and I'll be able to help you out
He knows. I keep
a little bit
forgetting the name.
better.
I believe we're looking for something called the ruins of Zazus.
Zazus. Zazus.
Speaking of Zazus, did that ever ring a bell with me?
Oh, wait now.
Huh?
We'll get to that here in a second.
Guess I should have asked.
She kind of looks towards Tatum. She goes, Tatum, what do you think? Have you ever heard of Zazus? You see Tatum just kind of sitting there.
I like this guy.
He's not willing to help us.
The Baroness
It's
goes.
not good for much.
The Baroness kind of rolls her eyes and goes, let me think. Honestly, I'm not too well versed in whatever that means. Zazus. Natural one.
Ooh.
Not one.
That one.
Oh.
But say the Southern Wilds, I do know one of my generals, perhaps you met him, runs a guild called the Nightman Guild, Guildmaster Scythe. You met him?
Yes, we met him.
Yeah, splendid.
I'm not
He's
here.
just a little bit more familiar with the Southern Wilds, so go ask him. He might be able to bit more help than I.
Do you think you might go with us?
Perhaps. I do not know. She kind of turns towards you. By the way, I've been in talks with your High Magistrate. We should be in some interesting trade here soon. That and Baron Watt, in fact, I hear is going to meet up with the Posia? What is it called?
Yeah.
Palencia, thank you. Apparently one of the chancellors is has taken interest in a few of his tinkerings, mind you. So that ought to be exciting.
Glad to hear there's fruitful trade
Oh yes,
happening.
much food for trade. I'm not sure if you've noticed here, but all the magical items just seem to be disappearing. Ah well. Have a good one. Tatum, would you see them out?
Oh no.
You guys are let out by Tatum, and then eventually you make your way back out. You guys been waiting for an hour. Alice is still alive.
Good.
You see as Tatum comes out, kind of looks towards you,
Tatum! What's up?
kind of gives like a one of those at you,
Ah!
and then walks back inside.
Xannan, we are to go visit
General site.
General Sykes again. He has a bit more information about the Southern Wilds. So,
He was
Is
a
it?
lizard man, right?
Is it the same thing he tried to have us do the last time we talked to him? Remember he said he had some sort of
We
little,
did, but we
little
didn't do it.
quest thing for us to go do?
The new one.
he wanted us to go do
We needed
something.
to go, he wanted us to go, like, get some plants or something.
Maybe we can do that as we're there, if that's the same location that
He's a...
we might even.
I do remember, though, that when Omosh went, he got, like, instant access to, like, everything.
Mm,
If I remember correctly. I mean, we'll go talk to him, see what he says. Don't
Maybe-
make fun of the list. He's a lizard folk, if I remember correctly. Don't make fun of the list.
I'll try not to.
Yeah.
maybe we
you
shouldn't
should-
take Vaughn.
maybe you should
Yeah.
have died.
Come on, have a little faith, guys.
Maybe I'll
We had a
stay.
little faith.
We know what we're up against.
What are we up against?
You,
Your
make a fool of the rest of us.
I'm a mighty foe.
Alright, well, do we? Alright. So we need to go talk to this guy?
Yes, he has a lot more, I guess, maybe understanding of where we're going, and he could probably give us a little bit more information and maybe inquire his assistance.
He's in a tower. If I remember correctly. The corpse flower. That's what he wanted. For the vines. They were the vines. That's what he wants.
That's what the Baroness called the vines, was in the southern wilds. So,
Bring it all back together. Alright, so we gotta go talk to this guy, see if
Yes.
he knows where this thing is. So we're guessing he knows where this ruins and stuff's at?
yes,
Okay.
we're hoping. According to the Baroness, he knows more about that area than she does.
Okay.
So we all.
So we're heading to. I remember how to get there, right?
Yes. You've been there once before?
Yeah.
Let us go.
Information. So, you leading the charge, begin making your way through the city. Various bits of shouts and happening amongst this very rambunctious city. You find yourself to a rather ramshackled looking fortress in a sense, because it is big, and it's almost like a large house rather than a fortress. But you can see like there's some parts of the windows that are kind of like boarded up, and you can see like a few people kind of just like passed out on like their front lawn. They appear to be like rough and tumble types. But as soon as you come up to the entrance of this guild house, the door just kind of swings open freely as soon as you touch it. And you see on the inside it's pretty sparse. You recall on the last time you were here, it was packed with with various guild members. It's all just kind of lazing about. You see it's much more sparse, and just a few members are kind of mulling about the various loungewear.
Do they look like they're like actively trying to do something or figure something out? Or...
Make an insight check.
That's a 25.
Okay. As you kind of take in various bits of personality cues of some of the members, they just seem to be. They seem to be just idly chilling, in a sense. They don't seem to have any tasks set in mind. In fact, as you look across the various rooms of this lounge area, it's messy. It's unkept. You kind of get a sense that no one really does a whole lot of things here, other than maybe crash, drink, and then leave.
So then I walk over to the door that leads upstairs.
Finding your way towards that, almost like a door set into a dark corner that you can't really pick out unless you know it's there. It leads to a very narrow hallway. You all kind of like in a single file come up this dark hallway until you finally get to a door which doesn't give. It's very sturdy, and you see like there's like this little opening for for someone to see out of. What do you do?
Oh, this is at the bottom of the stairs?
Top.
Oh yeah, we're at the top. I'm gonna knock on the door. Say Master Scythe. See if I hear a response.
A few moments pass by before the little shutter shunk. You see like one piercing yellow eye, like a slit down the middle, kind of looks out. Who is it?
Xannan, we talked before about some things.
Xannan.
Yeah.
Xannan. I do remember you. You see now, just beyond the door is the Guildmaster Scythe, apparently. A blue and yellow scaled lizard folk with like this leather armor placed along his arms and his chest and his legs. And he seems to be pretty well armed too. And you see he kind of wears like this brimmed hat. And you see a few of his fangs are golden. And kind of wears like these fine dark clothes beneath all this other armor. It says, "What brings you all here today?"
We're here to gather some information. We're on our way through the southern wilds to find
The southern wilds.
yeah.
Nice. That's wonderful. Come in.
Thank you.
Come in. He kind of ushers you into his room, and you can see, while it's mostly dark, you can see like it has like these bookshelves, like, and all of them there's like these various bits of knickknacks placed upon them, like various bits and bobs that he's collected over the years. A few books strewn about, like a lot of these daggers, kind of like just thrown across the room. And you can see he has like this one desk placed directly in the middle, and just in front of that desk there's like this layout, like chair almost. And you see right there at that spot, there's certain places in the roof that is opened, and you see sunlight just cascades right there on that one spot. And you see he kind of walks around it, his claws kind of clicking against the wooden floor. The southern wilds. What? Kind of whips around. Why are you going there?
Well, we're actually trying to find the ruins of Zazus. There's an artifact there that we've been
Zazus.
asked to clear
He
out.
kind of begins to walk over towards one of the shelves. Kind of tosses it towards you on his back.
Try to catch it. Or the book.
It's actually a dagger.
Oh, it's a dagger.
Kind of toss it back towards you.
I'm gonna try to catch it, I guess.
Okay. Make a dexterity check.
That's 15.
Okay. So
It was like one.
It literally went 130. So
Nice.
15 total.
Alright, so you watch as the dagger kind of flies back. And you're like, ugh! You catch it right there on its handle, very deftly, mind you. And you watch it kind of pull it down. You can see like this strange design. It's not like any dagger that you've seen before. You can see it's kind of like curved almost, and it comes to like a fine point. And you see like the handle is actually a pure gold. A few emeralds kind of set in at the head. You can see the visions of a snake head.
Does it ring any bells for me? Or?
Right before you're being seen, you hear like something else kind of being thrown back towards you.
I take the shield and
Ka-chunk! You look down, you can see like it's a like this very dirty map almost.
I'll pick it up.
And you pick it up and you can see it's actually a map of the Southern Wilds. And there's like this already, as soon as you open it up, you can see there's actually a section that's been circled and marked. And you see as he's rummaging around a little bit more, you can see he's actually starting to gather things, putting it into pouches, and kind of like finally turns towards you. As a matter of fact, I was actually about to make my way over there. I know where to go.
Can I insight check him to make sure he's not trying to like kill us?
Go for it.
Is a serial killer.
Yeah, like he's not trying to
Can
purposely
I
lead
aid
us.
him in that?
How do you wish to aid him?
Well, or at least can I make my own?
I give myself guidance on this too.
Okay. Kind of looks at you weird as you casting a spell on yourself, but sure.
That was a natural one. But with the guidance,
Yeah.
I still at 12.
Okay.
16.
Okay. He's kind of hard to really pinpoint. You've never really met a lizard folk. You're not even sure if they all act like he does. He's just kind of hard to read. You kind of like actually looking at the map. You can see it's actually a very well done cartography. It's very well mapped out. It seems to have been done by an expert in cartography. And you can see he has even a few notes listed in actually one spot called the Pit of Roars. It seems to be like almost like a beginning destination that he's marked out.
What's it called again?
The Pit of Roars.
Pit of Wars.
Of like roars.
Roars.
Right.
Yes. I was actually kind of looking for a few people to head that way. Got a bit of information about how to get there through the southern wilds without any trouble.
Would be.
So you know how to reach these ruins?
I know exactly how to reach these ruins.
Wonderful.
Okay.
One might call me an expert on the subject.
Yeah.
I definitely want to inside check that. 18.
Seems legit.
Try.
You know, kind of.
I've now switched the sword into the hand that's also holding the shield. Hide behind the shield, see if he's looking for it or.
The sword.
Yeah, the
Dagger.
little dagger thing.
But he's about to be able to walk over towards you. He says, so, that dagger that I threw at you is, in fact, a sacrificial dagger of what's known as the UNT people that are from the Southern Wilds.
UNT.
Have you heard of the UNT?
Have we heard?
Oh. Snake people.
Yes.
We all in there?
Have we?
Yes, you're all in there. Make a history check.
I know. Does Vashra, I'm assuming, maybe? History check.
I'd say he knows well enough of the UNT people.
It said history?
Yes.
That's a 10. Strong 10.
Okay. Well,
Vaughn?
sounds vaguely familiar. Make a history check.
Does Xannan not have
We
one?
all make a history check?
If you want to, go for it.
History checks all around.
Yes, everybody.
You've hunted them.
You make a check and you make a
I
check.
didn't
and
know
you
I
make
was
a
in
check.
it.
14.
14. Okay.
Just 11. Yeah.
Yeah, it's vaguely familiar. You've heard of like these
How's a 19 sound?
Ooh.
19. You're actually very familiar.
You came from down south. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're actually very familiar with like these
I know that works in.
crazed zealotry snake people that will sometimes come from these jungles seeking out people to sacrifice to whatever gods that they may have. What you see is good mouth of size kind of pipes up. So the UNT people, perhaps some of you are familiar with them. They are very not so likable to the civilized folk, as civilized folk are their prey. They take them, sacrifice them to their gods, or just eat them, what have you.
Oh.
I've been interested within these people for a long time, primarily because of the one I worship. I think it's pronounced Sanyama. DM kind of coming in here. The lizard folk god of survival. I think I could spread the Sanyama gospel to these people. It just seems kind of fun. What do you think?
You're down, man.
Wait, why are you guys going?
Personal reasons.
Well, I could use the help. And you seem trustworthy enough. So, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's roll.
You're ready?
Yeah.
So, first thing we'll be running into is a Bahir as he makes his way down the tunnel towards the outside, and begins to chat you guys up about the various things that might be coming across.
Do we know what a Bahir?
Huh?
Do we know what a Bahir is?
I would probably know, right?
Garrett does.
Garrett definitely does.
Would I know what that is?
I'm not sure if this is animal.
No, I think it's
Just give me a general history check.
History? 16.
unnatural one.
Okay.
Oh, you're so cool.
I'm only good at one thing.
One thing.
I cast spells and I know things.
It's been coming up actually quite a bit. You know this to be a very monstrous creature that is very big. By some accounts, they're huge. very tough, very territorial, and are primarily located beneath the ground. And so, where our journey takes us is first to a pit of roars. It is actually located deep within the southern wilds. And that will be our entrance, as the pit of roars leads to an underground river system. Now, I heard this from my good friend Bastion of the Sea. Perhaps you've heard of him. Fought in the shipwreck fighting pit. But anyways, that doesn't matter, because he fell down after the pier kind of hit him, and he fell in. Crazy story. Apparently he makeshifted his armor into a boat, and he sailed, or rather floated, down this river system and found the ruins. Crazy story.
I'm losing hope by the minute.
Yeah. Sounding more and more like a wives' tale.
He keeps going. Heading out of the city, you guys now begin making your way.
My headphones in.
Begin making your way deep into the jungle. Is this now calls for a bit of a music change? Actually, let's go ahead and take a short break as you all head deep into the jungle of the southern wilds.
I cast Fist.
A pap. So,
Cast roll better.
now deep within this jungle, Guildmaster Scythe now leading the way, as he has multiple times come towards you to double check the map. He's like, we might have had to go right here, but that's fine. All roads lead to the same place. He just keeps on going forward.
Has he described what the place looks like?
Which place?
This ruins?
No, he doesn't really know. He heard offhanded about going down a river and at the end of the river.
Nowhere near. Is it nowhere near like forest and everything?
From what, well, he's talked quite a bit along the way, and I'd say you guys have probably at this point been in the jungle for about an hour or two. It's like really getting to the brush.
Okay.
Like there's vines hanging.
Just as a reminder to the DM, Nuck is carrying a short sword of warning.
Good to
You
know.
have
I too.
Ooh.
I will keep that in mind.
And I've got my wisdom of making sure nothing kills us all.
Spidey sense.
I activate my spidey senses.
But thus far, there hasn't been too much. Like, there's been moments where, like, you've heard sounds of this, like, a large, like, pitter-patter along the forest ground, like these growls been coming up, where your sword, or where even your sword has come into action and, like, gotten you at the ready for whatever danger might be ahead. But at the last second, like, the creatures have always been managed, or have always darted away, scared off either by Scythe yelling out, or once they finally see that there's multiple of you. But yeah, not too much trouble in the way of creatures so far.
Sense of any outside eyes watching us other than creatures? Is there a sense of rangers or?
Make a perception check.
And then I'll guide you for that.
I'll assist you.
So you have advantage and a plus and a d4.
You roll a d4.
Roll the same number twice.
Awesome.
No.
You don't feel a thing, buddy.
Good.
All as well.
All is well. It's all
As you're
good
looking
now.
around, you actually do feel a set of eyes. And as you kind of look around, you can see right there, sitting up like on like a vine, it's kind of outstretched like this frog. It's kind of watching you.
I cast Disintegrate.
Oh my god, no! I followed that up with blight.
Everybody's on edge.
The frog is no more.
But you pass by the harmless frog. Other than that, you don't sense any dangerous or anything watching you. Other than, well, everything.
Yep.
No.
I'm still going to keep a keen. I'm going to be holding the back of this up. I'm going to walk behind everyone.
Okay. Well, since you said that,
Oh.
let's get a marching order.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I'll be near the front helping guide with the map.
I wish to be in the middle.
Guildmaster Scythe is in the front.
I'll be right behind him then.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll be behind Vashra. In between Vashra and Xannan.
Vashra. I was gonna say, let's spread the warning weapons out. That'd be smart.
Yeah.
If you're taking out the rear.
Alright, let's start front right up here.
Guildmaster side.
Yeah!
Oh god, he's dead. I'm dead, guys.
You broke the TV.
No!
Is it just the TV, or is there plexiglass over it?
No, there's no plexiglass yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
I have another idea with the way this is set up, but that might take me
Then-
some time to figure
Nuck
out.
is behind Vashra. That's me.
I'll be behind.
Where's Nuck at?
Dude, by the
Oh,
way,
you-
sick mini,
you-
Taylor.
Dude,
Yeah,
I saw you got a new
oh,
one.
dude, check this out. This is awesome.
Dude, that's rad.
Nuck, do
Got
you
you,
want this to
got
be
you
you?
a proper monk mini.
Sure.
Okay, this is Nuck.
No?
Yeah, I got something that fits better.
I got,
Really catch cells.
I got one with you ripping off a hand, or this guy ripping a
A
hand.
wolf,
That
a
one,
werewolf.
it's technically a sorcerer, but
He's cool.
That's Ned.
Was that Ned?
yeah,
That was Ned.
Son of a gun, he's back!
I'll be
Or we can use the
behind.
other one.
Take that other one off of there.
This one?
Yeah, that's not what I look like.
I'll be behind Ned.
I don't have anything cool.
Oh wait, I have a human guy. You want to be that guy?
Yeah, that'll work.
So we got this person, and then who's behind Nuck?
I'll be behind Duck.
Hey, Taylor, you've been painting like crazy, bro.
Yeah, painted over.
Who is behind?
I will be behind. Where did you go?
You still working?
Yeah.
Still working.
Yeah, I haven't picked up actually.
And then Belteshazzar, you're on the
A
rear.
lot of people dying.
Everybody dying.
Yep.
We need to get your
Yeah,
friend.
I'm moving after the night. He's unthinkable.
So,
Better order my paints then so I can join in.
And I'll open it.
let me get
Nice.
passive perceptions from everybody.
Passive.
That's not a,
Passive perception is
that's not a
15,
roll.
sir.
15.
Oh, perception.
15.
12.
10.
Okay. So you two would be the one to hear like this very distant, kind of like rumbling sound. And you almost like feel it in the on the bottoms of your feet in the actual ground when you have moments where you're just like standing still. It's very distant. You can tell it's probably like at least an hour out.
Oh, okay.
Can I tell if this is like what this could be? Like, does it feel like an odd keg thing?
Make a perception check.
Perception. What is it?
I'm gonna
It's just like a rumbling under our
walk
feet.
next to a tree or get next to a tree. Try to vibe with it.
That's a
See if it's a negative
24.
type thing.
Nice.
Something we should be worried about.
24.
24. No, whereas the on-kegs, there it's almost a sudden like war, and then there's actually you can almost like see the ground kind of like vibrating where it's about to pop up or wherever it's about to travel underneath the ground. This is just like a constant, ever-present sound. Different.
But can I surmise that this is something, or is it kind of like a earthquake type thing?
Feels natural.
Okay.
You come up to a tree, and as you're kind of like really kind of focusing on the sounds and kind of like testing the dirt, you watch as Vaughn comes up to a tree, outstretches his hand. Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check? Okay.
Yeah. Or nature. Make it nature.
Nature.
Yeah.
5 with the tree.
Vibe check.
Vibe check.
Nature. 19.
Solid 5 check.
So, using your Furbolg natural abilities, you extend your senses towards the tree to try and get any kind of feedback, and it's kind of weird. It's almost like getting back white noise, as there's just so much activity going on. It's like as soon as you reach out, you're almost like hit with like the various insects that are crawling beneath the ground, birds that are chirping in amongst the trees, the vines that are kind of falling and growing all about. It's just kind of weird to focus in on, but you do sense just like neutral, just a neutral vibe.
Neutral. Okay.
Yeah.
Like almost everyday type of thing.
Yeah, just kind of neutral.
Okay.
So Master Scythe, do you know anything about what's vibrating or going on right now? I definitely just picture him taking that snake tongue and wrapping it all around his finger.
You want you to kind of like his eyes kind of that
Nice.
that inside eyelid kind of closes. Yes, we're getting close. I can sense it. So close.
Oh gosh.
Insight check that.
Go for it.
Oh, this guy.
I have a passive insight of 18. Does that work?
I have a passive insight of 19.
Yeah.
He told all of us about
He's kind of
the
like
first thing we're going to find. He told all of us about it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just kind of seeing you two kind of begin to.
Oh,
He's kind of studying you two, kind of taking cues
nature.
and making comments off of that.
This dude has no joke. Nuck, have you ever hunted anything like this?
Let me check, Mike. I can use Hunter's Bane on anything that is a Fey, Fiend, or Undead.
This doesn't fall.
It helps me to track.
Doesn't
Fey,
fall
Fiends,
within that
Undead.
category. What Scythe has mentioned about this creature and what you've mentioned, it's not. It's more of a monstrous like quality
Okay.
rather than what you've said.
He's a pre-made.
You've heard of. I would say you have heard of the Behirs. You
He does that.
you know that you wouldn't want to hunt one alone. That's for certain. And you feel glad that you're in a company of strong fighters.
And he said it lived underground, right?
Yeah. So, Scythe pushes forward.
So I tell these guys what you just told me, what I know.
Okay.
That's all.
You
all I
guys
know, mate.
receive that information, and thus forward you press closer into the jungle. You now actually begin to feel as if you're going uphill, in a sense. The ground kind of begins to come into an incline. It's not very steep, it's very gradual. But suddenly you begin to hear like this roaring sound get louder and even louder as you're getting further and further up this almost like this large mound. And finally you kind of see the trees begin to kind of fade away, and it kind of clears up even a little bit until like all you can hear is this like constant roar. Until finally you step to the top of the mound. You can see before you a short cliff, which then drops into a large pit that roars.
So what's causing the roar?
Something in the pit.
How big is the pit?
It's pretty big. It's probably like 30 feet in diameter.
It's about as big like a teeny thing.
It's big. So you see
30
Guildmaster.
feet in diameter or radius?
One of those two.
Like the
Side to
diameter,
side,
is, the
side to
diameter
side.
is the whole circle. The radius is just half. So if it's 30-foot radius, that means that there's 60 foot around.
No, the smaller version.
30. So it's 50.
I'm making sure, man. That's the difference between like
So with what?
big dragon and a bigger
Nook knows.
dragon.
Fair enough.
I am going
Small plan.
at this time before we go any further. I am going to use a crimson right to imbue one of my short swords.
Okay. All right. What kind of damage type?
I am going to use Rite of the Storm.
All right.
Boy thing.
Can we see that? I
Um,
don't know what it is.
unless you're trying to be a little bit, sneaky about it.
Do we see you doing it?
Sleight of hand.
And I take 5 points of damage.
What's damage? I'd say if he's not trying to be sneaky, yes, you absolutely see his blade kind of slide across his arm, a bit of crimson coming out of his wound, and the blade suddenly begin to go static.
So with
What are you doing?
Nook knows.
I might just getting ready to fight, Master Sith here.
Actually, as you guys are talking, you see his Guildmaster kind of whips around. Quiet! What are you doing? Stop talking!
What?
There's a bee here!
You've been talking for 6 hours.
Oh man, if I was playing anything other than my character, I'd be cracking up right now.
Sorry, man. That was
I look at Vaughn to make sure he's not laughing at the list.
Suddenly, as that happens, you suddenly hear like the ground begin to. You hear like this sudden like scratching, this large sound. He kind of whips around, hides.
I use my staff and cast Pass Without a Trace.
He's gone.
He's gone.
The snake
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah,
Can I use my
he
staff?
suddenly disappears into the underbrush as that sound happens.
Okay. I'm using my staff to cast Pass
Is there
Without a
trees
Trace.
nearby?
That's the chase. There are a few
And then
trees.
I'm hiding.
Let me go ahead and give you a bit of perspective.
Oh, brother.
Look at it go!
Y'all want to fight? Here we go.
It's
You
feeling
know about
hinky.
this thing.
Not hinky, dude. Never hinky.
I'm already got my sword.
Whatever he said was what I knew, and I relayed all that information to you guys.
Hey,
I wouldn't want to hunt it alone,
Going to the belt.
you don't have any arrows.
and I'm glad I'm in.
You said something to me earlier.
Stealth, I don't know. I'm proficient in stealth, arcana,
Okay, fellas.
persuasion.
I forgot about
Oh, dude.
Or you can make it a
DM, you are the man.
This is our battlefield.
That is dope.
Oh, it's Pseudo Dragon.
This is our battlefield, fellas.
Oh, snap.
Oh my
Battle. Who said anything about battle?
Hey, Ashland. By the way, I was just made aware of this. I didn't realize it, but with my Find Familiar, can I, knowing what I know now, can I have it make it be a Pseudo Dragon instead of a hawk?
Sure. I'll allow it. So what are you guys in relation?
You are.
So are we at the actual?
You watch
Pit.
as the Guildmaster.
Let's
This
put
is
that evil on me.
the pit right here. You guys have just crested up.
This is dope, man.
This cliffside right here. You can see there's different. These are like little, where the cliff kind of goes down, flattens out. Sorry.
Go ahead. I'll be recording. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're good.
I'd say Guildmaster side that kind of just like slinked away over this way and just kind of disappeared underneath the brushes
So we're coming in from this way?
from right here.
Oh, from over there. So I'm gonna.
What's that?
This is a tree.
Oh, I'm gonna jump up in that tree.
Okay.
Don't go too far. I'm gonna kind of whisper to tell everybody not to go too far from me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm going back
The
behind
sound.
the tree.
Go behind
Try to get everybody as close to us as possible.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll stay there at the group and behind Xannan
behind
in the
Xannan.
tree. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay, put you right here. Nothing Belteshazzar.
Belteshazzar needs to be up front.
Okay.
In front of the tree.
This is just right here. There's like a small cliff. It's
I'll
probably
be right there at the
like
cliff.
5 feet down,
Oh, okay.
and then up.
I'll be right behind Belteshazzar, I guess.
Put you right here,
Hold on.
just along this hill.
Where are you going? Are they within 30 feet of me?
They are.
I'm the
They are
same
not?
way.
They are.
Hey,
Okay.
mates, no matter what form I take, don't kill me, okay?
No matter what
Okay.
form you take.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Are you like a me type thing, or never mind? We'll talk about this later.
Not the time, brother. So treat something.
So,
Now that I've returned, you finally begin to hear like this distant rumbling. Or not distant, but this very close rumbling. And it's different from the roar. You almost hear, it's almost like a as suddenly
Oh, he bought one!
rises out from the pit of wars. I smell intruders on my territory. Roll initiative.
Oh no!
rude dog.
Home brizzle.
And yes, they do talk.
Alright, let me get
25 to 20. Nice. 20.
We're ready to fight, though, mate.
20 to 15.
16.
16?
17. What is your...
You said you guys were 17?
Yes. Dexterity, is it?
Yes.
So you go first. I have a 15 dexterity. You have a 13. You go first.
Alright. 15 to 10.
13.
13.
That's good. You can
Once
heal.
again, rounding it out with a 9. Strong 9.
That's
Strong 9.
Oh,
strong
bro.
9. That's it. Don't be little that 9.
So, you don't know. Never mind. You don't know anything about this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck this is.
So, up first, Belteshazzar.
That's what you see.
This large creature rising up. You watch coming from its mouth as it kind of says that last word. Sparks begin to come out of its maw. Its toothy maw.
Sparks? Are you sure about that?
I am certain.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can talk our way out
We
of
got
this?
this, dude.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
By all
we
means,
got this,
you
bro.
can certainly try.
This dude deals like 100 points of damage, and you're like, we're good.
Plus, maybe one shot.
I need to get within melee range. I don't have any arrows for my bow.
Got to get him.
Yep.
I forgot to get them.
Dry fire.
Alright, so
I'm gonna, get me within range.
5, 10, 50. You watch as this creature is kind of watching you. Just afraid to go for a
I
five
will
attacks
rage.
as you run up to it.
I will rage, and my sword's already pulled.
We're not the smartest group out here.
Okay, so movement, bonus action. You still have your action.
So I'm gonna attack you.
Go for
I'm
it.
the smartest man, but I know how to fight.
I might not be smart, man.
Ooh.
There you go, son.
What'd you get?
20.
That-
he
Nat
just killed it.
20.
That'll work.
I
He
wish.
just beat
Chopped its head off.
All right. So let's do some damage. 2d6. Plus, I am going to use Divine Fury on top of it.
Hmm. I'm just going to point out this is probably the coolest battle map.
Yeah, it
I've
is.
ever done in my
what we're
life.
saying.
Great job.
Yeah, you did fantastic.
This guy right here. I love this guy.
That's cool.
I'm going to get a tattoo of him.
They taste like their roll, you'll see. Hey man, I'm setting up.
So, with
Or you can wait for first blood.
the dice is the only times 2, right?
Yes.
So that would be.
Did you crit him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice!
First
That would
strike.
Be 10, 16,
Brother.
16, 19 with that hit. Then with the Divine Fury, we are doing 6
Wait for that.
necrotic.
Wait for that.
So that'd be 25 total.
25 total.
Yes.
Even even doubled.
Yeah. Only the die was double, right?
Yep.
Only for the weapon, not for the.
And just whatever you roll.
Yeah, just whatever you roll.
Okay, so that would be. What I say?
He's 25.
26. Only roll one.
Okay, 26 points of damage. So you watch this creature very surprised as you jump down from that short cliff face, come running, and you come with a big swing right across its belly. You see it kind of recoils a little bit. It's like a serpentine-like body kind of rolling a little bit as you strike across it. It kind of cries out in pain. Save attack.
Another attack again.
Neponuk, you're up on deck.
I haven't. That is 28.
28. That'll hit. Absolutely.
That's 13.
Okay. End your turn.
And my turn.
It's going to use one of its legendary actions
Oh, cool.
to make a bite attack at you. That will be a 22 to hit.
I think it will hit.
Okay. So, but you are raging.
It's going before me.
Using a legendary action.
Legendary.
Yeah. Legendary actions, he can go whenever he wants.
So that'd be 25 points of piercing damage. After 13. As it takes a quick whip across your form as its sharp teeth kind of pierce into your flesh. You can smell the ozone coming from its breath. Then draws back. Alright, it is now your turn, Neponuk.
Alright, mate. So, am I within 30 feet of this creature?
Yeah.
Alright, mate. I am willing to hit this thing with a blood cuss, a bloated agony.
Bloated agony, what does that do?
You curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you to painfully swell until the end of your next turn. For the duration of this curse, the creature has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks, and it takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Okay, so what is it? Is it a saving throw of some kind?
Does he have to make a saving throw?
No,
No?
It's just a
he
thing.
just suffers my curse.
What?
That's what it says. I just read the whole thing, dude.
Yeah, you curse the creature. Yeah, it's just a curse. It's like what Molly had.
I'm gonna take 1d6 damage though.
Oh,
It's a blood curse.
That's the thing. He takes damage because of
I
it.
took 2 points of damage, but I cursed the sucker.
Okay, so it's
Nice.
disadvantage on what again?
Strength and dexterity checks or saves.
Disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks. If it makes more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn, it takes 1d8 necrotic damage.
Nice.
Alright, we'll just keep track of that.
I'll
Let's
roll
find
down.
out strength and dex.
G. Nothing.
Alright. So, what's up next?
Uh,
Huh?
yeah, that's it.
Okay. Alright. So, and
So,
you're,
so the end of my next turn. It has this until the end of my next turn.
I see, okay. Good to know. Alright. After that, it's going to use another one of its legendary actions to bite you again. Because seeing that you're just within range. That is a 27 to hit.
Oh.
Gee.
Yeah, we're gonna have to send this.
I assume that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I boosted his AC like 15 points.
I should have known.
Just misses, mate.
$17 points of piercing damage. Have to. Be 9. Okay. Right. It is now your turn, Vashra.
You just did one attack?
Yeah, it's his legendary action.
Oh, it's still not its turn yet?
Nope.
Oh.
I know.
Let's I'm actually just gonna open this up with I'm gonna cast Fly
Nice.
on myself. And I'm going to take to this goddess.
Alright.
Wait, how thick is this junk? Like, is this a clearing here?
This you've managed to get to like this top of this mound where a lot of the foliage and trees have kind of peeled away. You're probably at the most clear that it's been.
so I
so,
can get up and maneuver fairly well.
You can.
Okay, yeah. I will shoot up about 30 feet.
You got all the toys coming out.
Oh my god.
Actually, I bought a box too. I need to bring it over here so we can have more. We could have a little aerial battle with me.
Yeah.
You said 30 feet, huh?
Yep, and I'm gonna coast over to the my left, your right.
There. Ah! My
That was
left.
loud.
Your left, my right.
Other way around. Your right. Or no, other way. Yeah, whatever.
So we're gonna coast right here.
Yep, that right there is perfect.
Okay.
This is so cool.
Okay. What else?
Nothing.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Xannan, it's not your turn.
Oh, alright.
No, I'm 9.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Vaughn.
I'm
Sorry.
dead last.
Oh, okay.
Vaughn, you're up in a tree.
Yep, I'm gonna jump down from the tree. Get within 30 feet of this guy. Oh, I'm gonna get down on there. Down to the ground right there.
Say 15 just to get all the way there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna blast it with a fist of unbroken arrow.
Okay. So, because
You can't do. Can you do like stunning strike and stuff off of those kind of hits, or you have to physically hit it?
it's got the chi in there.
It's at disadvantage.
Okay. Because of the
Yes.
cast.
Yes.
That will.
It's already reaping benefits, mate.
That'll be a 14.
He fails.
All right.
Alright, so he gets knocked back 20 feet and he's prone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Knock that big monster back 20 feet.
So it doesn't matter if it's a huge monstrosity. Or do they get advantage?
It doesn't say. It didn't say anything about size.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, so you watch as the creature, this massive rush of wind suddenly gathers around his fist. It's like it all kind of, all at once, ejects from his fist, and you watch as the creature, with its massive form, catches the wind. It's like, falls back, going prone.
He takes 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
And, how much movement have I used?
You use 15.
A 15? Oh Well, I'm gonna. Well, no. I'm gonna just stand next to Belteshazzar.
Okay.
There you go. Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
Right. Xannan, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna come because I'm assuming that's a tree.
It's a
I
tree.
can't see it, so I'm gonna come around the tree to where I can see him, and I'm also within 60 feet.
Just within range.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire
Okay.
on that block.
What kind of save does he need to make?
It's not a save. Each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue. I'm gonna say, I'll say green. Any creature in that area when the spell is cast is also outlined. If it fails, I guess it is a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, the objects and affected creatures shed dim light, and all attack rolls have advantage.
Okay. Good. Nope. Does not save.
So now every attack on that has advantage.
Nice.
Well, he'll choose to resist it with its legendaries.
Is that nothing? Thank you. Come again.
Then I will.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Well, it is now its turn. It's going to saunter, using its climb ability to using the rocks to get back within range.
It was prone. I don't know how much range it's got.
I don't know how much movement it's got, but it was prone.
I understand.
He's got some.
Don't get an attitude.
One more step closer, just right on you guys. And you watch as finally lightning breath on you and you.
Not me.
Can I use the legendary action?
No.
No, thank you.
They need you to make dexterity saving throws.
Not buying any of that today. What is it?
Dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving.
We don't have advantage, do we?
Is this its turn yet?
It is its turn.
Might do it.
That's not good, man.
Oh, 15.
Fail.
7.
Fail.
15.
15. Fail. You suffer.
Here it comes.
Be gentle.
Nope, not that face. That's not a gentle face.
I don't want to die.
You guys got extra characters rolled up?
No.
You guys suffer 61 points of lightning damage.
My body.
Oh my god.
What'd you get? Nothing?
No, I got hit.
You got
Yes.
he only rolled 8.
Everybody got 61 points.
What did we get for failing? Anything?
Failing.
That would
take
have been
failing's
half.
bad.
If we would have
Oh.
succeeded, we would have went half.
I see.
But with me not, even raging is not going to stop that.
Nope, not like
It's a good thing you divvied out those healing potions.
That was awesome.
So,
I
and
don't care what you say. That was awesome.
I don't care what you say, that was pretty sweet.
That hurt
I
me.
don't care if I do die.
That was awesome.
I'm
61
about to
points.
full send it. I'm about to go all the way.
Alright, you want to play, boy?
The last time you lightning breath me.
Is then going to. Let's see, it's the last of its movement. So it doesn't have much left. It's going to just step. It's going to begin to. It's just kind of like half in, half out of that pit right there. So that is the end of its turn. Belteshazzar.
Where's Master Scythe? Is he just gone?
We don't have time to worry about him, that's for sure.
Nope.
So, can I use my bonus action first?
Sure.
Now, are you within 60 feet of us, even though you're in the sky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is yell Zealous Presence.
Oof. Nice.
That gives, you all know what that is, right?
Gives us advantage.
Yeah, you gain advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the start of my next turn.
I can dig it.
I like that.
And then I am going to hit him.
Okay. Go for it.
Now, that would give me an advantage, right?
Don't we already have it with his circle thingy or no?
Does it say
No.
gives you or it just says gives teammates?
It gives any, no, it says, gives you, it doesn't say whether it's just, it says within 60 feet of you that can hear you gain advantage on attack roll. It doesn't say I
It
don't.
counts you. Your ability.
I say yes for now.
Sorry, that's the info.
So that's 25.
Yes, sir.
The
Double
Divine
hit.
Fury. Alright. Come on, better numbers. So we do 8, 14, 17. 17 of those. And then with the Divine Fury, 17. 23.
23 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay. That's it.
Nice, nice.
And then I will.
Is that Zealous Presence? That's a bonus action.
Yes. And I will attack again.
Go for it.
26.
Yes, sir.
That will also hit.
Nice numbers right there. 18, 21.
There you go.
You see with each strike, as you get across this creature, you see it's actually confused as to why you're still alive. It's kind of like taking the hits and then just kind of growling at you in response.
That is the end of my turn.
At the end of your turn, it is now your turn, Neponuk.
Let's go, Vaughn! No. Because you...
How far away is he?
He's from you 30 feet. He pretty much got right to that point that you took him away from.
Yeah. You know we were playing the
Alright.
game.
I'm going to shift.
Okay.
That's what my class or my race or whatever. I can shift once per short rest. And then I'm going to move toward it. Okay, wait. I'm going to attack it.
Okay. You're gonna move toward it and attack it.
Yes.
10, 15, 25, 30. And be right there along with your pallies.
Alright, I'm going to attack it. You got double attacks. So one is a 20.
That will hit. Is that not 20?
No.
Okay.
And the other's a 16.
Misses.
What with advantage?
Yeah, is that with advantage? You get advantage on your attack.
Oh, no. The second one missed?
Yes.
Roll advantage for both of those stat points.
Alright, so yeah, that becomes my next highest, right? Yeah. So then 22.
That will hit.
So I got 2 hits.
Okay.
Nice.
The 11 points, what would that be? Slashing damage, and then 1 hit was with the right of the storm. That will be an additional 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Right back at you.
You watch as you
Nice.
hit with the lightning strike. The lightning effect kind of harmlessly jets across the surface of its hide. No damage. Seems to be in place.
There's something else for you, mate.
But you did take how many points of the slashing damage?
11.
Yeah, 11.
Wait. What? Hold up. What are you attacking with? Short sword?
Yeah. Oh,
So you
well,
can add your dex
yeah,
to
add
it.
6. I get what?
Each hit. Yeah, plus 3, so 6. Yeah.
Add 6
17
more.
damage.
Yeah, 17.
17 damage.
There you go. Now that's a hit.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Oh, yes.
Wait.
Lightning.
Where'd that go? Can I do that? Oh yeah, it doesn't take an action. So, oh, what's it called?
Great.
Okay.
I wrote one.
Brand of Castigation. Brand of Castigation. Whenever you damage a creature with your Crimson Rite feature, you can choose to sear an arcane brand of Hemocraft magic into it. You also, you always know the direction of the creature, and each time the branded creature deals damage to you or a creature you can see within 5 feet of you, the creature suffers 1 psychic damage. Your brand will last until you dismiss it, or you apply a brand to another creature.
Okay. So you do that.
No.
And as you do that, that effect previously fades. What's this brand called again? Sorry.
Brand of Castigation.
Castigation.
So whenever it hits me or one of my buddies right there, and then
Castigation.
5 feet,
Damage. Okay.
whoever's next to me, I guess.
Alright. End of your turn?
Yes, it's the end of the turn.
It will. It's not going to attempt to. This is legendary action. It's going to attempt to grapple.
Don't do it.
You have advantage on strength saving throws.
I forgot to use my evasion action.
It wants you.
Of course it does.
You open
So, contested strength checks.
I guess I'm a monster. Oh, okay.
advantage.
At advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
The saving throw?
It's just a check.
So it's just a check, not a saving throw.
It's a contested athletics checks.
So,
Then you don't get
15?
advantage.
15. You save.
ah! You dirty, dirty rat!
As this creature's kind of like trying to pull you in with its arms, wrapping you up, you kind of slide through.
No.
Dexter,
Not today, save.
dexterously.
Not to this thing.
But at the end of your turn, it is. Alright, at the end of its turn, it's Vashra's.
Let's go, Vashra!
Alright. Let's
I thought you were gonna kill this thing by now.
I'm waiting for the opportunity moment. Let's hit it with a
Now?
level synaptic static.
Okay, go for it.
Can I get an intelligence saving throw?
Ooh, he's seen you as smart. Boy.
It will fail, but choose to succeed instead.
Gosh, I hate that.
It's alright. It's alright, boys. It's alright, boys.
What's the full Monty? I like that.
11 points of psychic damage. Please and thank you. Come again.
That is the half.
That's half. Yeah, it was 22 total.
I got something for this guy.
At the end of your turn, it's going to take another legendary action to. It's going to go and try and constrict. You're doing a lot of funny stuff over there. It's going to try and constrict you.
Do what to me?
Funny stuff.
Constrict.
Grapple you.
You're cursing him and then cutting him and cursing him again.
Okay, that is a 13.
You gotta roll it.
What am I doing?
A 13 to hit.
Oh, 13 to hit?
No, that misses.
All right, you as well. Kind of
At
diving
14.
out of that creature's,
Really though.
which is actually what I should have done to you.
Oh.
But it's fine. It's all good. So, that being done, it is now. Sorry, are you done? Okay. Vaughn.
Oh! Okay. I am gonna whip out Notch on in. And full bore. 3 charges. What's it do?
Oh,
I'm going full Monty.
Wait,
What's
you
it
did
do?
to it?
Yeah, I did. Should I?
give me your character.
Give me your character? What did you do?
Give me your character.
I don't have it. He's up there.
No, give me your character
Oh.
sheet.
Oh.
Oh boy, you did this so soon.
I'm sorry. This dude did 61 points of damage
Yeah.
to me.
It
Come
did.
at me, bro.
It did.
So this is the
The-
kunai, like the
Yeah, the things that he got.
tornado
Yeah.
weapons.
Yeah.
You said, "Give me your character." What does that even mean?
So as Vaughn kind of whips out
Oh no!
the Natron in, him swinging across the blades, you see as he kind of activates it, all of a sudden his style of fighting instantly changes. The more kind of like these jagged. It's going to begin to. You watch as he turns towards one of you guys.
Oh! What?
Dude!
Why didn't you tell me it was bad?
Oh man.
I thought I cast Identify on it.
It did.
Didn't you tell me it was cursed?
Did not identify that part.
Gosh, no, fellas!
Oh, no.
Don't kill everybody!
I'm gonna have to kill Vaughn.
I think I'm going like fly speed
He's
over
closest to him.
I think
Don't
you
be
should try
looking
hard
at me.
next.
He's closest to him.
here. Maybe.
Good thought.
Yeah.
Belteshazzar,
Oh my god.
that is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Oh man, we're toast now, man.
You, God,
Are you gonna? Oh, gosh, no. I thought I was gonna get like invincibility for a second.
Nope.
Invincibility.
Because
It's negative Ghost Rider.
charge 1 and charge 2 like power you up, and you're like awesome. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be like Superman over here. I turned
That
the.
ruined my whole plan.
that is
Is there a such thing as a
17
plan?
points.
I did have one.
For the first strike, it is going to hit you with the scimitar. It emblazoned with like this fiery like damage as you get hit with what I say again?
17.
17 points of fire damage.
I can't resist that either, can I? Because fire damage is.
How would you know?
It was a cursed
I bought the
weapon.
stuff to pick it up.
So you watch as he kind of begins to
It ain't looking good for me.
strikes begin to hit at the creature now.
Oh,
As he's just going wild.
am I going like super speed?
You watch as the blades are emblazoned with this large energy, bigger than they ever been before.
Oh.
Before it would have been in your hands.
Oh no, it was not at all what I wanted to do. He didn't have in the description. It wasn't there. Just
Still
3
at
charges.
advantage.
Nothing.
Still hits him.
You set up the.
So he's just out of control, just slicing the dice and anything.
Yep. That's what you want. Super strong monk kind of control. And not drunk.
Gosh, dude.
Yeah, it's not a good
I don't know
thing.
what to do.
You guys.
One more hit from him and I'm done.
I hope I don't die. It like takes all my life energy or something. Well, that was a curveball. That was a major
one.
curve. Oh man.
He is then going to go ahead after the 2 attacks on you and you.
Like 4
Is then going to use Flurry of Blows. Using another key point.
This is awesome. No, my kid.
I don't
I
care
can't
what
even
you say,
control
man.
him.
This is freaking awesome.
You're about to die.
It's gonna be an epic episode.
You're about to die. It's not awesome.
Going and switching between like this two
Everybody that joined
two
in,
sidekicks.
We're about to start in a minute.
Both one at you and then one at the creature.
Good advantage, you jackwagon.
It is. It's advantage. I'm doing it. That's 16 for the
how?
first strike.
Because
No,
of his
this is
Okay.
Present
But it's
right.
friends, it's not enemies.
he was a
He's
friend
become
when
an
he
enemy.
cast it.
He's not a friend anymore.
I'll say it still is taking to effect at this moment,
yeah, you missed.
but you did miss as you now see your ally. You just get duck underneath the strike as he kind of whips his leg out. He's then going to strike at the creature.
Well, at least I'm hitting the creature right now.
Natural 20.
Ha! Go me!
He beheads it.
Wouldn't that be nice?
No, I kill it, and then you guys got it. What? Kill me? What?
Yeah, you're dead, dude.
Figure it out.
You're dead, dude.
I don't care. I'm taking
Yeah.
you out.
Is he going to spend another key point to try and stun it?
Oh, stunning strike. Oh, cool. What do you need to try that on you? Stunning strike. 2 teammates.
The creature will then make its Constitution saving throw. Is it Constitution or is it Wisdom?
I think it's on.
Yep.
He just straight up said, "Give me your character."
Dude, that was awesome.
Oh man.
I thought
Fails.
you were giving him some special ability or something.
Not him. That's why I was like, yeah, 2 charge.
Fails.
So he's not stunned.
No, he is
Oh,
stunned.
he is stunned. Oh, that's cool.
You're
resistant.
welcome. You're right. You'll resist it.
You God, dude!
Thank you.
Alright. You're out.
I'm killing our friends. He's
All right. Vaughn, I think that is all you can do, except
I can just resist stuff like that.
I got like
legendary resistances.
But he has limited ones. He can't do it forever. He's only
Kind of
I
seeing
like 50 feet
how
of movement.
they're not actually. You're kind of frustrated as you're trying to attack things around you, hitting some, other things are not getting affected. You watch as Xannan, you see the eyes turn towards you. You see the eyes are not of the same color. There's almost like a crimson red almost.
Would I know what it was?
5, 10, 15, 20.
At 50 feet of movement, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get there.
The creature
take
will.
a hit.
Yes, he will take an attack of opportunity.
Belteshazzar, you want?
Yeah, can I get one?
If you want to.
Yo, man. You should have So he's
It does hit you with its bite attack.
I don't have much left.
Nobody does.
That did not go well. Not at all.
I can't take strikes from him.
It actually misses with an 18.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that is the end of Bond's turn.
Do you want to take an attack of opportunity?
I just can't do it against Vaughn, man. Can't
Okay.
do it.
Xannan, you suddenly see your ally going wild with attacks, like these weird jagged-like movements. He's definitely not himself, and he seems aggressive as he immediately runs at you in a full sprint.
Well, what I'm gonna do is
Oh, by the way,
probably toast him.
the creature is looking wounded.
Like he's still in the fight pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably about to be wounded now.
Okay, well then okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of poke my head around Vaughn and cast Blight at 5th level
Okay.
on the creature.
Because he has a really cool ability called Mage Slayer,
I do. No! Dang it! Oh,
he's going to try and hit you with the
Okay,
attack.
but I'm sorry, you're
oh
going down.
I forgot I
You're
had
going
that too.
down.
Use his reaction to
You
try
can't have
and
that
hit
many HP left.
Yeah.
you. Even though he rolled. Wait, it's at advantage.
It's at advantage. I'm sorry.
That definitely hits.
What was it? 16. Might miss.
I forgot I
It
put
was a
Mage
natural
Slayer on there.
18.
So I could attack wizards and stuff.
Even though I didn't move? I didn't move.
it's a spell attack. It's his ability that he took.
But it wasn't against him.
No, but you still cast it.
Since I'm an enemy, I'm
You
gonna.
were pretty rough though after that.
Oh yeah, he's
I was
We're all
dead.
3 hurt. buddy.
That is
We're-
7
we're all three
points of bludgeoning damage towards you, and I think you have to make a certain check.
I'm trying. My things went down.
There was a creature that's constantly spell.
Crash.
That's the word. DM takes full advantage of your character.
Nope. Okay, you're fine.
Oh man.
I'm fine. So I take 7 points of.
Bludgeoning damage. But then again, he is going to try to stun you.
Oh what? I hate my guy.
He can do that as a reaction?
Whenever he hits, you can use stunning strike.
Oh,
Just kind of keep.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm the worst.
You're so cool.
I know.
You just don't know what you got.
Oh man!
I don't normally fight my wizards and all
So
that.
as soon as you try and cast
God,
the
dude.
blight, you expend the spell, but it kind of fizzles out.
Did you get stunned?
Yeah.
You got stunned. It is
I
now.
took 7 points of damage.
You guys
Dude, you're gonna kill me.
kill
I
me.
guarantee it.
Someone kill me.
It is now. Its turn.
Oh no.
See if he gets his breath weapon back.
Oh.
Nope. Okay. It's gonna make one bite attack against you. 17 hit.
Okay. So, did it cast enough
wait, no,
to
it
spend
can't.
the slot?
Oh, yes, it can. Sorry. Yes, it did.
It spent the slot.
Yeah, it spent the slot. So it hits you, and then it's going to try to constrict you.
Oh, I didn't have a 6.
What was the damage on me?
I do. but
I'm getting to that. I'm just going to get this out the way.
My 5th weapon.
Now it's your 19. Pretty sure that hits.
It's armor class.
Yeah, natural 19 brings it up to a 29.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going.
to you then, but
Um,
don't do it.
I put the brand on it,
You did?
so it's taking. Yes, I put the brand on it. So anytime it hits me or him, it's going to take 1 point of psychic damage.
I'll go ahead and do that. Okay. Alright, those 2 strikes did indeed hit. Alright, so for the bite, you suffer.
Are you rolling all of your dice right now?
That's a pretty low roll.
Sorry. I know that's.
18 points of piercing damage. And then to you, Belteshazzar. You suffer 3 points of bludgeoning damage and 8 points of slashing damage. Those are already halved.
Oh, that is half. Okay.
Yep. And I need you to make a athletics check.
You're raging. Now you got advantage on it.
Only on dexterity, but my athletics is a +10.
Oh, you got advantage on strength.
He said athletics.
That's strength based.
Okay,
It's
yeah, it
strength-based.
is. It is advantage. 24.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you saved.
Hobgoblin.
You saved. So even though this creature is beginning to deal out some serious damage, you're still strong enough to push away this this very powerful creature, and it is then going to move out of your space.
Do we get an opportunity? Yeah.
Yep, you do.
Where's he going? Sneaky, sneaky set.
That's the end of its movement. Go ahead and take your attack of opportunity. Actually, I'd say just you get the attack because it never moved out of your space.
Never moved out of your space.
Huh?
Jeez.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah.
That would be a 19.
19, that hits. Wow.
8,
Crazy.
14, 17.
Yeah, you still got a bunch.
17.
17.
More back.
No.
I have a lot.
Okay. Alright, as the end of its turn gets his legendary actions back, is now Belteshazzar's turn.
Keep wailing, bro.
I'm gonna attack.
Keep wailing, bro.
Go for it.
So this advantage is at the until the start of my next turn. So Zealous Presence is off.
Okay. You're so cool.
19.
19, that will hit.
I'm gonna do Divine Fury
Those are 57.
again. It'll be 10, 16, 19. 19 for that one. 19.
It is starting to look hurt.
19. 8 points of necrotic damage, which is 27.
So for the first strike, it was 16, and then
19.
for 19, the second strike, it is
It is 8.
8. Okay.
It'll be 27 total.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go at him again.
All right, go for it.
You guys are lucky I didn't get my knuckles back. Then we need to suck more.
14.
That will miss. With this strike, you the blade kind of pings across the surface of its hardy scaled side. Is then going to. Sorry, is that the end of your turn?
That is definitely the end of my turn.
He's going to use its legendary action. Man, it's just not working. It's going to try and. It was right there. Nice light leg. Yep, it's going to use his legendary action to try and bite Belteshazzar.
I think I'm raging, fellas. This is it.
As a natural 19, brings it up to a 29.
This is my downtime.
Yep. 16 points piercing damage, half to 8.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
Still up.
All right. It is now Neponuk's turn.
Count Neponuk.
Here we go, fellas.
Curse.
I got nothing left to do except morph. I'm gonna transform.
What's Mighty Morphin?
You can make whatever sound you want to. As the humanoid form that was once Neponuk suddenly expands and for something begins to pop from his very pores. You can see his mouth kind of elongates into like a snout. Teeth begin to grow, and he begins to growl as you now transform.
Claws.
And claws burst from his hands.
And I'm gonna attack it.
All right, go for it.
Do I have any advantages? Are they all gone?
They're all gone.
All the advantages are gone?
Yeah.
No way.
That's 2 misses right there. I'll use my bonus action.
Since I'm there, is he not
To morph,
playing?
was it your bonus action to morph? Okay. So as you're going wild, you're kind of almost clawing at the air as your depth perception is trying to begin to morph in. You missed with those 2 strikes, and it didn't hit. Seeing you begin to go loud, it's going to try to use legendary action to constrict you now. See if that works. 13?
To hit?
Yes.
No.
Of course not.
I have 15 now.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
Okay. Vashra.
Alright. Pull out my wand of magic missiles.
Okay.
And I'm sending 6 darts at this guy.
Oh!
Go down!
Friendly fire! Friendly fire!
Oh! Oh my god! I'm sorry, dude.
Hey,
He's dead.
I think if you guys don't take
Oh
me
my
out, I
god!
might take you all out. Unless this thing has a second life ability.
36 points of force damage.
That'll do it. As far as I know. I'm reading up on my reactions. You should go.
Do you have to hit him?
No, magic
No, it
missile
automatically
automatically hits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No react. No, I got nothing for that.
Night night!
Nope. So,
You go learn.
so you're hoping to.
I know what you're gonna do. You dirty rat. I know what you're gonna do.
Vaughn falls.
You're gonna take me out.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Falls.
It's a good thing to do.
Oh well.
So does my stun fall then?
You're stunned. No, it's
No,
still
lasts
there.
Until the end of what would be this round.
I was just wondering because he went down.
Thank you.
You're going to take those points to 0. So,
He's just unconscious, right?
that being casted.
Yeah.
Can I float back another 10 feet or so? Or not back, sorry, it's to the side.
Okay.
Directly to your
No,
right.
no, yeah.
Yep. Yep, perfect.
There you go.
Pass over. Stay control of him.
I think that's it.
Okay.
No more abilities like that.
Start bringing people back. Maybe not him. He's no way.
Oh man.
It's going to use its last legendary action. One last time. It's going to try and constrict you.
Okay. And that's his armor class.
Nope. I gotta first see if I can hit you.
Okay.
which I finally might be able to with this one. 19?
Yep.
Okay. So you...
It's causing all the trouble you do.
You bring machine gun to a fist fight.
There was like a 0.5% like satisfaction.
For me, that was about an 85% satisfaction.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
You haven't got to do anything this whole fight, have you?
Nope, the one thing I tried to do got.
X-Neg.
Well, he chose to resist it, and then the next thing I tried to do, I got stunned.
Another 8 points of slashing damage. Has already been halved.
Ooh, fellas.
I need you to make an athletics check.
That sucks.
Nat 20.
Ooh, nice.
That saves. So you then now kind of getting used to how this creature is attacking you. Push away against the effect. It is now. Vaughn, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Let's go.
It's gotta be above a 10, dude.
5.
Oh, that's good.
One into death. Xannan, it is now your turn.
Yeah.
Keep going, dude.
You suddenly
Keep going.
feel your body come back to itself without full control. You look at your friend, very confused and frustrated, but a bigger enemy now lies before you. Directly before you.
Okay. Is he holding on to those two things?
Who?
Vaughn, is he holding on to those two weapons?
He is.
Would it be an action to kick him out of his dead hands?
It would.
You can worry about him after we.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're around.
Okay, well then I'm gonna run.
Alright.
I'm gonna go the long way around and try to get to Can I get to Belteshazzar?
25,
30.
You only got 30 feet of movement? Oh, yeah.
Can I not? Can I
He's
touch
still,
him?
he's still 5 feet away.
No, I don't do that. I'm just.
Attack that stupid
Actually,
thing.
You can double dash. How far?
I can't double dash.
You can't.
Not use a spell.
You will get in its melee range, but you can reach out.
Can I
to
touch
you.
him?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 5th level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Woo!
Man,
Things are looking great, weren't they?
yeah.
No!
2 HP left.
Dang it!
Too loud.
I need all the healings.
So you get 24 points back,
Mercy.
and then I'm going to use my bonus action to wild shape into an earth elemental.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Nice.
Fully beat down session. Let's go. You said Tuxedo Belteshazzar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you're right there.
I was right here.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, that was close.
Yo, hey, timing.
Okay.
We're
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's everything I can do.
Let's get out the weeds.
Quick question. So if I have a shield, none of my armor or shield or anything carries over into this guy, right?
No.
Okay.
The creature is now the creature's turn. Let's see if it can get its breath weapon back. You watch as the creature, he kind of turns, his head kind of swivels down towards Vaughn. The limp creature now laying there on the ground. Easy pickings.
Who is?
Me.
He's
Gonna go ahead and swallow Vaughn whole.
swallow him or attack him?
It's gonna swallow him. He's not resisting.
I don't want to be in a creature. I am Vaughn. I went bad for a second.
We'll get to that around your turn. See what happens then.
No, it's too late.
He's then going to try and,
No healing for me.
with his catch, he's going to begin to slither away.
Slither away.
Yep.
Not
we get
today,
attacked.
We all
Junior.
get attacks of opportunity.
Go for it.
Not today, Junior.
Don't let him take me. Go, fellas, go.
So it's just one.
29.
Yeah, just one.
29 will hit.
Oh, God, man.
16.
16 points.
11 doesn't hit, does it?
Oh, wait, 19. Sorry, because I'm raging.
19. Nope, does not hit. What did you get?
Natural one.
Okay. So you can use the rest of his movement to. Let's see, it was 5. Begin to make his way further and further away from you all.
How far did it just move?
It moved 50 feet. Yep. Alright. It is now Belteshazzar's turn. Creature is quickly moving away from you. Belly full of Vaughn.
So I can move 40 feet to get back to him.
25, 30, 35, 40. Because I want to move 50 feet away.
Okay. So I'd have to use my action, right, to move another 10 feet just to get to him?
Yep.
Yes? Alright, so I'm going to move. I gotta get within range so I can attack him at least once.
Alright, you're there.
Alright. I'm gonna attack him.
You move 60 feet?
50.
That is a 24.
What hit?
Nice. Divine Fury as well.
Crazy game.
10, 16, 19. 19 for that. $26.
Still up.
It's close.
Does it hurt?
It's looking very hurt.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Ponic.
No legendary action or anything? It's my turn.
Well, yeah, I suppose it could. Belteshazzar.
Yes.
It's going to whip around and bite you.
Alright. That's alright. Bite me. I gotta get to you.
17.
That's my class, yep.
$19 points of piercing damage. Have to 9.
So he's like a real rough.
Oh, he's running. All right. Sorry. It's now your turn, Neponuk.
All right. I'm going to take off running.
How far can you get?
So for that has been
I have a movement of 55 when I'm in this form.
35.
Oh, sweet. 55, he said.
55?
55, yes.
All the way up. You can get right up on it, right next to Belteshazzar.
Well, before I get to, I'm going to jump. I'm going to leap to the air.
Nice.
What's your strength?
Huh?
What's your strength?
Well, I'm in this form, so
This won't matter.
I know. I have failed on jumps.
where's my strength at? It's up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have a strength of 14.
Oh yeah. I'd say you'd be able to get a pretty good distance up. Okay. So you're now in the air.
Okay. I'm going to land on its back and dig my claws into it. Or
Go for
try
the attack.
Well, talk about my crap, man. first one is 17.
Barely hits.
Ooh, nice.
Second one, 24.
That will also hit.
And I'm going to use my bonus action for a third strike.
Go for it.
Can you do that?
What do you mean?
I think you can use your bonus action for an attack unless it's part of your class.
I have 2 weapon fighting.
That's not.
I can't do that with my
Two
claws.
weapons, no. It's got to be like a finesse weapon or something. At least that's how we do it.
Hold on. I'll make this
I've
perfect.
never had that.
According to the words, it has to be a light melee weapon, and your claws do not constitute as a light melee weapon. But you've attacked twice.
I do a whopping 7 points of damage.
7. It's close.
Is your curse not still in effect?
God.
No.
He's stressing me out.
Okay. End of your turn.
It's not my bonus action, don't I?
With these two massive have clawed into even to its hard exterior back, and you see blood, this bluish-like blood, almost seems to like kind of almost like jitter on your claw tips as you dig into this creature. What do you wish to do? Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yep, I wasn't looking at it.
We have all these plugs now.
Is it plugged in?
Nope.
You don't utilize the plugs.
No, that's all I do. I'm just gonna hold on. I'm on it, right? I jumped on it.
You jumped on it, but
I'm on it.
that's kind of more of like flavor. Yeah, it's fine.
You want to plug it in real quick?
Huh?
Pause. Plug it in.
We're pretty close to battle. Yeah, alright, fine. Ah, yes. We're almost dying in the belly of a monster.
Yes.
So, Vashra, or sorry, that's the end of your turn.
Oh yeah, that's in my turn.
Vashra, is now your turn.
I'm gonna fly over about 15 feet just to get closer to. Yep. Turn around towards it. I'm gonna put a 3rd level chromatic orb.
Okay.
Turn to acid. 17.
Just barely hits.
Nice.
Neat, baby.
Barely.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Oh,
get it
look at that! He's going all of his dice.
Don't miss any damage to me.
23 points of acid damage.
Hey, we should do this.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Nice.
boys!
Where have you been?
Just waiting to go, dude.
Hey.
Waiting to
You gotta
go.
waste a turn to attack me.
So, you begin to gather, conjuring this energy into your hand, the ball,
Ruined it.
an acid-like visage.
I want it. This just gelatinous ball of acid with it dripping off. I just want it to hurl across the air and like as it's running, just hit it like right in the back of the head and just sear right through it.
You watch as just as the creature is about to begin, its head kind of tumbles down as you suddenly go straight to the back of the creature's neck. Its head immediately falls, and the creature goes, just tumbles into a slithery, humongous, monstrous mess down on the jungle floor.
And then I'll continue flying down to it as far as I can. yelling to them. Cut him out.
Okay. Before we get to that, Vaughn, it is your turn. I need you to make another death saving throw.
Okay.
Because you've now just entered the belly, but you don't know.
Yeah.
You're far away.
Nice.
16.
Yep.
You're safe.
That'll do. That'll do.
Okay. So. Okay. End of his turn. Dippy here. Sorry, no. Xannan, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't see Master Sight anywhere, do I?
Nope.
I'm gonna kill him.
I don't really be able to do anything.
You're not gonna do anything?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna use my bonus action to get out of that form. And then I'm going to. I'm just gonna run up as far as I can using my action.
Okay.
Gonna get me 60 feet.
Actually, sorry, look at you, Red, next to the crumpled creature as it lays there, now dead. Its last bit of breath exhaling out of its mouth. Belteshazzar, Neponuk, you are now furiously in a furious mess, and this monstrous-like beast are tearing into this creature still.
Well, I was going to ask before we started doing that. That's a good idea, but is the belly of it softer than the back? Because you said the back. Did it feel like armor?
It does. There's like these hardened like plate scales along its back, and you have noticed in your previous strikes that the belly did seem to take strikes a little bit easier.
All right, so I'm gonna yell at Belteshazzar, help me roll it over. Let's cut him out from the belly, mate. No, I can talk.
I know it's messing,
I was like, can you talk?
but it's very growly.
Okay.
Australian Wolfman.
I don't
Yeah.
need to really roll for that. I got a 23, so
No, he said roll the creature over.
Yeah.
I know. It takes strength to do that.
Oh, I thought
Just roll with advantage. You
Both
know-
of us?
Huh?
Both of us?
No, just one of you, because you're assisting.
14.
14. Okay.
Both the
We
same
might
number.
need some help.
I don't need to roll for that.
So you sending it to try and push this creature up. It takes your whole round to do so, though.
Okay. So say I am down to a 17.
Vashra,
Oh,
is there
yeah,
anything you
mate.
wanted to do?
'Cause that's both of our turns.
Coach Carter, I guess. I can't help. My strength is.
Coach Carter.
I have like negative
You can
strength,
do it,
so
mate.
Go on.
I don't have any spells that can really help.
Make another death saving throw.
Okay. I can use my lucky, right, for that? Okay. I don't need to yet, but... 9.
That fails.
Okay.
All right.
Good. We are good.
Xannan?
I think.
How's it work with the death saving throw? How
If you
many?
fail one more, you're dead.
Yeah.
Xannan?
You gotta succeed in 3. Once you succeed in 3,
I'm going
you
to.
stabilize. You don't have to make them anymore. But if you
You
fail,
see this
3,
creature now
you
on its
die.
back, its belly exposed.
Yeah.
I'm stressed.
I'm going to run over to Belteshazzar. Do you look hurt? Can I tell if you're hurt or not?
Not as bad as him. though, man.
Okay, well, then I'm going to run over to
About the same.
Belteshazzar and cast Cure Wounds, 4th level.
Okay. Belteshazzar, you are healed as you're now trying to get this creature undone.
14 points.
Belteshazzar, Neponuk, it's your turn again. I'm
We
keeping this.
got to roll over to where I can get to the belly.
Yeah, and I'm keeping this combat initiative order because you still have a man in the belly.
Right. So I'm going to take my claw and just poke it in and rip it open.
Make a survival check.
Would I? Okay. Would I be able to use healing word to heal him inside of there?
Nope.
A survival check. That's not one of my saving throws, right? Just
I
survival.
have 3 luckies.
15.
15. You take your
Oh,
claws.
wait. I get that advantage, right? So 18.
At fiends, celestials, and that nature, I believe. Is it also with survival checks? Like,
How do you get advantage for all of it?
it's just against like fiends and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So what was it?
So
15.
15. Yeah.
You still managed to cut it deep into the creature's belly, where you dealing with serpents and gutting them for various food. You kind of pinpoint where you think Vaughn could possibly be, your new ally, and cut a nice big long gash across its belly, splitting it open. You watch as the innards kind of begin to vaporously ooze out. It's a horrible smell, and actually you can see a couple of the organs begin to kind of peel out, but you can still see appears to be maybe stomach lining, a bit of this humanoidish like form still just inside the stomach lining. It'd probably take one more good, careful cut to
I'll
get.
do it.
Go for it.
Yeah, I will say I'm
Make
not raging.
a dexterity check.
Just a straight dexterity check.
Yes, this is to see if you can withdraw enough of your claws, just enough to cut the stomach lining. It's a dexterous movement.
If I get damaged, do I take another fail save?
Yep.
Well,
You take 2.
Auto
What
death.
am I doing? Just rolling and then adding my.
Dex. Yep.
X. But you're plus 6, right? Oh no, not save. Sorry. Yeah, plus 1.
Oh, sorry, mate. Oh,
I guess I die.
Nope.
nat 20.
Oh, God.
Thank God.
I was like, well, I guess I gotta think of another character.
Okay. So you seeing the
Christ,
the stomach lining,
Scared everybody to death,
That
mate.
was me.
you brace yourself against the creature, bring your claw back, and then this nice clean line of these 5 individual lines cut across the stomach lining. There's almost didn't do anything for a second, and you're like, I felt I could have got it, and then all of a sudden, Vaughn falls out of the stomach, covered in goo, and unconscious.
Very much so.
Does he have the weapons?
Yes, still clutched in his hands,
I might take them.
almost like in a mummified like form.
Oh, crap.
I'm going down there and grabbing him. I would have gone down there. Sorry, I should have said that.
It's alright.
I'm grabbing him, getting him in a bag of holding.
Bag of holding. Okay. Sure. You stuff Vaughn in the bag of holding.
No.
No,
The
the
weapon.
weapon.
He said-
That's why I was
I knew
like,
exactly what he meant. He's put the weapons in the bag of holding.
He said he grabbed the weapon.
I was
sorry,
like,
I must have missed that part when I was listening.
That's all
You are now me for the next 3 weeks.
I'm like, why is he putting?
That was funny because you had that blank look like.
I know, I was like,
Yeah, I was just like, what? What's the problem?
I
I,
see.
Put Vaughn in a bag
Okay.
of holding.
put like 25 grand
Oh, man.
in
I thought,
coins
like,
in there. Why can't I put a weapon?
Somebody
scared me
was
so
like,
much.
This thing's about to possess Vaughn. We're gonna.
I was
we're
like-
gonna
Okay.
get- or,
I was like,
Make a strength check.
I was like, it might blow up
rank
Jesus.
check.
Yes.
against mine.
The one thing he's not good at.
4.
So you reach down and you watch his one is like locked tight, and on these weapons he's not letting go, even till death.
I kind of just look
I wanna
up
help
at
him.
the juice head ear people of the group.
Well, before
Yeah.
that happens, Vaughn, it is your turn. Make another death save.
Oh my god. Which do you do?
Which one's your lucky one, mate? You still have a lucky too, right?
I have 3.
We could just
Okay.
restart.
Okay.
Saves.
Okay, here we go.
You have 3 luckies?
I have 3 luckies I can use.
Surely we've got that.
Okay, 13.
Hey, you save.
I see.
So we just need one more.
Okay, Xannan, it is now your turn.
I don't know. You do you, bro.
I'm going to use a bonus action to do Healing Word
Okay.
at first level. That's to Vaughn.
You're gonna wake him up.
That's 8 points of healing.
Okay. Vaughn, you now come back to consciousness. In your unconscious state, you dreamt.
Oh, I didn't know.
There was you saw the visage of the brass dragon slowly, very, very slowly, flying his way towards you.
Oh.
And just as he was about to meet you, and you open your eyes. And you're now surrounded by your allies.
Does he look aggressive?
He looks tired, exhausted, and very wounded.
What's
his
the,
eyes-
what's the
Okay,
last thing
I'm
I
gonna-
remember?
Were his eye are his eyes back to normal, or
Yeah,
are they the
his
red
eyes.
that he's seen earlier?
They're just kind of dazed.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to him. Vaughn, give me these.
Why?
Just
What's the last thing I remember?
The last thing you remember was a surge of power like you've never felt before. And then suddenly you're now here before all your allies.
trust me. Just give them to me.
What happened?
Trust me.
Before it's your turn, give him the things.
Before it's your turn.
So I said,
Okay, I hand them off.
Okay.
Very, very confused.
You let him go.
and then I take them to the bag of holding.
Okay. They're now within the bag of
Vaughn
holding.
in the bag of holding.
Yeah, just, not the weapons are out. Vaughn goes in.
Yeah, you just want the weapons.
Yeah, so the weapons are in the bag of holding.
Okay.
You got swallowed,
We're out of
mate.
combat.
Have
Yeah,
combat.
why am I all sticky and gooey?
The monster has swallowed you whole.
What do I do? Pass out?
No.
No.
You pulled out your little
Transform.
weapon. You pulled out your little weapons there. Your eyes went completely red, and then you started attacking Belteshazzar and me.
That's not good.
No, that's why I needed to take them.
So we had to take you down, mate.
I didn't
Yeah.
know if you were still gonna attack me or not. That's why I needed.
You're cursed,
Oh.
so you can't have him anymore.
While also attacking the here. Quite a feat.
I'd shillelagh him. Shillelagh in his face.
Make an attack.
He appears.
Oh, you're gonna fight him?
Yeah, 22
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Wow.
max damage.
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage.
Okay, he takes the hit. Right across the face. Kinda,
You need to go. I don't care what you know. You need to go. If you're not with us, you're against us.
that's so.
Any objections?
You disappeared.
He watched us die.
I'm still
If
confused.
you're not with us, you're against us.
Disappears into the jungle. And that's where we'll win today's session.